Now let me tell y'all something about dreams. Listen up, because this is something I found out a long time ago that goes against everything you see in a movie, on TV, or what your great grandma may have told you when you were a kid. See, dreams don't happen overnight. That ain't how it works. See, they come to you in the daylight. You gots to be awake. Cause baby, you got to run dreams down. See, that chase is what we learn the most about ourselves. To take that extra step, that extra mile, that extra rep. Now look here. You don't never know how long it's gonna take or exactly what it'll look like when you get there. The only thing you know is you can never stop. So, question time. What's your dreams? What's your dream? Are you willing to do what it takes to make that dream a reality? No. See, not while you're sleeping, but every darn day you wake up. Because if it does, good morning. Now give me my darn theme.
Boom! What's going on, family? Man, I know y'all know. Y'all like, man, Rob is late. What is going on? What's the word? What's on the street, man? Shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. Everybody's about to join. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Because, man, oh, man. Hey, we are here, man. We are here. That's all I can say, man. We are 1 week away from early signing day. But let's count, right? 1 offensive lineman, 2 offensive linemen, 3, 4, 5, 6. I told y'all ahead of time. We had 6 of them already committed. Y'all just seen it come publicly. But appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know how we rock, how we get down on this thing, man. All I can tell you is, because I know this is like the number one thing on y'all list. Trust and believe. I seen it live. You ain't got to ask me. Don't buy into all the smoke. That's what I can tell you. Because you don't know what's up the sleeve. But hey, you can buy into all the smoke if you want to. That's on you. I can't tell you how to think or what to do or what to say. But salute to everybody in the building. Salute to all the ladies in the building. I know y'all. I know what's going on. I just keep quiet, man, and do my thing and just chill. You know, don't say too much. But hey, we are here, man. 1 week away from early signing day. Y'all know what it is. So, hey, man, if you didn't see the live, you ain't really missed nothing, honestly, man. It's just a bunch of smoke and mirrors, this and that, man. Hey, at the end of the day, things gonna happen, man. And so you gotta understand how recruiting works. You gotta understand the business, the art of this. It's all about money at the end of the day. It's all about NIL. So how can I get this to flip to where I gain more traction in the NIL world? How do I market myself and play this game? Because guess what? There's going to be somebody that's going to be upset. There's going to be a fan base that is upset on early signing day. National signing day is in February. But early signing day, December 20th, there's going to be a fan base upset. And then there's going to be the unbelievable that happens that nobody sees. Coach Prime do it again. So, yeah. There's some things in the works. There's still some defensive alignment that they're working on right now to come to Boulder. Some people that you're probably not even thinking about to pull up. But guess what? This is the weekend. This is the last weekend before the blackout period. So guess what that means? Over the next 4 days, there's going to be a lot of info coming out. There's going to be a lot of highs, a lot of lows building up into early signing day. And you always know Coach Prime pulls something out his bag on early signing day. He's did it every year. There's nothing that's going to change this year. It's just who's going to be the rabbit out of the hole. And that's the key part about this whole thing and how it's going to lay out. So, if I were you, the people that you're probably worried about, 9 times out of 10, you're worried about the wrong person. That's all I can tell you. But the truth of the matter is, the pen, it will hit the paper come next Wednesday. Now it's just a matter of what time does people hit the pen, does hit the paper. Once the pen hits the paper, then see you can publicly say this person is officially a Colorado Buffalo. And so your guys it's gonna be a lot of anticipation. There's gonna be a lot of smoke screens that get put out for over these next 6 days, right? I don't count day 7, right? Because day 7 is actually early signing day. But over these next 6 days, there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna go live. There's gonna be a lot of smoke screens that's gonna be sending out. You can buy into what you want to buy into, but I'm telling you this right now, there's going to be a lot of smoke screens and mixed clues that y'all not gonna see. And when we have this show next Wednesday, mark my words, when we have this show next Wednesday, I am going to connect all the dots for you and how everything played out. And right now, see, you was just
Now let me tell y'all something about dreams. Listen up, because this is something I found out a long time ago that goes against everything you see in a movie, on TV, or what your great grandma may have told you when you were a kid. See, dreams don't happen overnight. That ain't how it works. See, they come to you in the daylight. You got to be awake. Because baby, you got to run dreams down. See, that chase is where we learn the most about ourselves. To take that extra step, that extra mile, that extra rep. Now look here. You don't never know how long it's gonna take, or exactly what it'll look like when you get there. The only thing you know is you can never stop. So, question time. What's your dreams? What's your dream? Are you willing to do what it takes to make that dream a reality? No. See.
All right, man, I'm back, y'all, man. Sorry about that, man. The phone is buzzing right now, man. I'm sorry about that. Apologize, fam. The phone is just buzzing right now. I had to step away for just a quick second. Dang, man, all I can say, man, it's looking kind of nice out here. It's looking kind of nice out here. That's all I can say. But, man, the phone is buzzing right now. Things are coming in, hey. But like I said, man, once we get to signing day, I'm going to connect all the dots for everybody. I know everybody wants to be the guru, and they know this and they know that, and that's cool. I didn't get into the business to do all that. My job is to connect the dots for you and show you how this all played out and what's going on, right? I didn't get into the business to break the news. I didn't get into this business to be the guru of recruiting. I just know things that know things. I just know people that know people that know people. So I just know more information than most people do. And my job is to, get the information and connect the dots so y'all can see the real madness behind the things. A lot of things that y'all pay attention to, it's a bunch of smoke screens. It's a bunch of mirrors. That's all it is. My job is for you to help you understand how this thing really plays out, how this thing go, and show you the business side of college football, the ins and outs. And so that's how I designed my platform from the get-go. That's always what I wanted to do. So if anybody telling you something else, man, they don't know who I am. They don't know what we do over here at RobDaManMedia. But hey, keep what you're doing. But guess what? I'll always connect the dots for you. When it's all said and done, when it's public knowledge, I will break it down to you, right? That's all I'm going to tell you. Because guess what? The people that you think they know stuff, you might want to check where they get the information from. They might be linked to me. Just saying. But you ain't got to believe me. You ain't got to believe me. But I promise you, whoever they get the information from, they're probably linked to me. But I'm just a nobody. Just trying to tell somebody. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm going to open this thing up, man. If you want to pull up on your boy, man, let's pull up, man. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it, you know, and let's see what it do. They in the Discord. I ain't going to say where they at because you don't know if my source is in the Discord or not. But when you need to know, you'll know. When I want to tell you the entire story, I'll tell you. But hey, just know, I know a lot of things. You never know. I might be on CU's payroll. You don't know who I am. You're just guesstimating. That's all I can tell you. But I do know a lot of things that go on in the program that most people don't know. That's all I can tell you. How many flips we get on Tuesday? Well, early signing day is on Wednesday. It's not Tuesday. And how many flips we gonna get is to be determined, you know, with the players. So we'll see. Just letting you know. Oh no, the people they info you is in your Discord. Come on, man. I mean, there's people in my Discord to give information to people that do things like that. Yeah, I mean, that happens. The price that comes with it, you know, it's the catch-22. That's just the price that you gotta live with, right? Even if you know everything, right? You know, people are gonna do things, right? I mean, it's what it is, you know. Everybody copies something off of somebody, whether you want to or not. You know, everybody does something that somebody does. I just don't get mad about it because at the end of the day, when you know, some things that you know it just ain't meant to be said, but you can connect the dots later. So that's all that matters. What up, John? What's the word?
What's up, brother? What's up, partner?
Man, I'm chilling, man.
Man,
Have a good day, man.
they got informants in the Discord, bro.
Man, hey, talk to him, Jonas. You know something I know.
I hope I don't catch them informing. That's the worst kind of person to be right there. You don't get no worse than that, dog. What's up, though, man? You seen Boo on that talking crazy? You hear me? You hear me, Rock? Man, wait, I'm by myself? Hold on, Rob. What you got going on, boy?
My bad, Jonas. Yeah, I seen Boo Carter talking crazy, bro. Don't. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Buy into what you want to buy in on that situation. That's all I can tell you. Buy into what you want to buy in.
What do you say, Jonas?
What is this about Boo? What is this about Boo Carter talking crazy? Can you elaborate that?
Old school is nothing, dog. It's nothing.
I bet. But Boo coming with hey, word
it's
about
nothing.
it.
It's nothing, dog.
I got you. Ain't worried about it. I already know what's going on. Rob, it's all good. Keep on. Go ahead, Rob. I'm still listening. Hey, Rob, first of all, hey, I like that sequidity. That's what I think that's what Coach Hayes called the sequidity. When you talk, you know, yeah. I liked it that. But I'll tell you, Rob, you ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. Rob, you going in the right direction, Rob. You sticking with winners, Rob. If you stick with winners, I mean, how you gonna keep on betting against winners when they keep winning?
Hey,
I mean,
man,
you'll go broke or go crazy. Which one you want to go, Rob?
I ain't gonna go crazy, that's for sure. And I ain't gonna go broke. So I'm good.
That's all I got to say, Rob. I ain't gonna go against the house. I mean, if the house got it, the house got it. Why you gonna keep on going against the house, fool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't done it either, Rob. When the master plan is at work, it's always somebody sniffing around trying to figure out how to steal it for themselves, man.
Hey, listen, man. I always tell this to people, man. When you hold the keys to stuff, does it really mean do you have to say anything?
Well, you got to produce. Well, you ain't got to say nothing. You just got to produce. You got to open it up and close it up and open it up. And everybody going to be trying, their mama going to be trying to get in. But still, you got the key.
Hey, listen, I just know. I don't got to say nothing, man. In due time, man. In due time.
Hey, can I say something?
Yeah.
Please, Rob, don't hurt him.
Boy, I'm telling you.
MC Hammer, please, Rob, don't hurt him.
Don't hurt him, Rob. Don't hurt him, Rob. Well, no, keep the receipts, Rob. Keep the receipts, Rob. Don't hurt him. Just keep the receipts. Don't lose the receipts.
Nah, they gonna be real hurt by Sunday, by this weekend. They gonna be real hurt. When Rob hit him across the head, when he come on and hit that live, and he come on there smiling at him, hurt. That's all Rob gotta do. Just come on live, be smiling, and they gonna be hurt, man. They gonna be real hurt. The Brown ain't gonna play no games, man. They coming there this weekend, gonna shock the world. And I don't think it's going to be no transfer guys like that that's going to be a shocking part. I think it's going to be someone these two or three of these recruits that they least suspect to come to Colorado, one of these defensive boys. Why? It better not be, what's his name, Newary or whatever his name is from Missouri or Simmons down here in the field. I'm telling you, but somebody going to be real hurt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I already got a sneaky feeling he might mess around and grab those Nolan from A&M. Somebody feeling he's going to be hurt. That's for sure. And they're going to have all the excuses in the world. And what they having head scratches about right now, they can't figure out how come these players want to come to a 4-18, as they say, you know what I mean, over in these other chats. 4-18. And what they call them, snake oil salesman and all that, and this and that. What is if they are 4-18 or nobody team or snake oil salesman? What does that make your head coach and his coaching staff and your program? If y'all getting outbid and out recruited by 4-18 and a car salesman coach. Come on, man, and everybody want to talk about with their rankings in the recruit. If you go look at they only got like 10 players in the rankings, but if you go look at the average of the players, what is it like the value of the players? They value like 90, 91.
Yeah.
They the best in the Big 12 so far.
That's why. Listen,
like
that's why I couldn't call in last. I wanted one of y'all to call in on that show and tell Coach Hayes that.
Listen.
All they look at is the number of players. But you don't understand the 40-40-20 thing, bro. If you only got 25 to 27 scholarships, let's say 27 scholarships, you only gonna have, if you're going about 40-40-20, you only gonna have 9 to 10 high school players. It's not hard to understand.
So I was thinking that same thing.
Jonas.
I don't agree with the 40-40-20 thing, but if that's how you gonna build a team, then you're not gonna get that many high schoolers.
Hey, Jonas though, but Coach Prime do everything unconventional, so everybody takes it into their approach of it's designed to do it this way because other programs do it that way. When Prime had already laid out what he gonna do, only 20% of the roster is going to be high school players. Reason being is when they select these 20 players, they want these 20 players to be people that can come in and impact the game right now. You're gonna the freshmen still gonna develop, but we want people that can come in and help us right now. And so when you look at a roster, you're gonna have your top 20%, right? And then you're gonna have your next 60% who are the middle guys. And you gotta have a majority of those middle guys help you produce. And then you're gonna have your bottom 20. That bottom 20 is the people that you're looking to get rid of to bring in that new 20%. And a lot of people don't look at rosters that way, and that's how Coach Prime looks at the roster that way. They're going to end up having more than 10, high school recruits. But people,
it's going to be like 12 or 13, bro. It ain't going to be that many.
It's going to be at the number that I told y'all, between 16 and 20. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be between 60 and 20. It's just you don't see it right now because everybody is looking at it in a different lens, and they don't understand because people are trying to understand like who's on scholarship and who's not, and so nobody really knows the true number of who's on scholarship, and that's why everybody's like, well, he don't get that many high school players because you don't truly know what you don't know what the number is. A lot of people that report and they put out the roster breakdown truly don't know who's on scholarship. Because I done seen people put people that's not on scholarship on paper. And it doesn't make sense.
Hey,
The only person that really knows
Rob,
Prime.
hey, Rob, look, I'm gonna tell you something. I picked up a long time ago that you had picked up on what Coach Prime be doing. Only reason why you picked up on him because he'd be straight up and honest, and he tell you what he be doing. Now people don't be listening, but you be listening though. I think. Am I right or wrong?
Hey, listen, I know somebody, man. I'm just a nobody. Listen. See, you might be paying me. You never know. I can't tell you.
Hey, Coach Dre, can I ask you a question, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Oh, Dre,
Hey, what's up, Coach Dre?
What's up, Dre? What's up, babe?
What's up? Go ahead.
The way that Prime is doing it, can he grow as he builds? I mean, the whole thing about a college program or college program is to build for the future, not just for today, but can he, with the program that he has, can he grow as he builds or build as he grows? Is that possible?
I think that's the thing that people missing is that is the quality of kids that he getting over the quantity of kids that he getting.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is he's telling y'all he's doing it 40-20, but out of that 20%, about 5 of them kids is the 1% of kids. Like you get a Travis Hunter, you get a Commander McLean, you get a Seaton, you get a few other kids that might shock you this next week, and now you got the best of the litter. Now to go with a few other kids to wrinkle in, and he's not just going out in the portal and getting kids with 1 year eligibility or a kid that has or a grad transfer. He's going to get kids with 2 to 3 years of stability. So yes, you can build it this way, but I think people are looking at it as they want him to get a whole bunch of high schoolers. Well, if you get a whole bunch of high schoolers, you're gonna miss on a lot of them. You get what I'm saying? It might be the same way with the transfer portal, but at the end of the day, I'm getting the 1% of kids as well. I'm getting the 1% of kids, the Seedings, the Commander McLeans, the Travis Hunters. When I'm getting them and you not getting them, then that's how I get ahead. And then I get, like I say, and then he gonna go get some kids that people ain't thinking about that's not good, or y'all you might think they're not good, but they're good. They're good ball players for his system. Some kids are good good kids for certain systems and under certain tutelage and certain guidance. So that's the biggest thing, guys, that we got to look at is that Prime gonna guide these kids in the right direction, either way it goes. So yeah, you can definitely build your team the way he's doing it. He's building a team worthy to sustain the long haul, if that's what you ask.
Yeah.
I'm
Now
gonna piggyback off of that. I think this is the most valuable thing that people forget about. How many true freshmen actually play at the Power 5 level?
It's only the 1%ers. It's only the 1%ers.
So when you start breaking things down like that,
it depends on the team, Rob.
But if you look at it on an average, right? If you look at let's just take the upper echelon, right? You look at Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State. How many true freshmen actually come out there and really play?
About 2 or 3 a year.
Okay. How many high 4 stars they have, right? About got 15, 20 of them. So when you really break down, when you look at they got 27 commits, but only like 3 to 4 of them see in the field, it's not really a high percentage. So why go take all these high school kids, in a sense, if you know you're not going to play them? Because guess what they're going to end up doing anyway? They're going to transfer because they ain't playing.
They take them kids to keep them from going to the competition.
Correct. And that's what it's all about, right? You recruit to keep kids from certain programs so you ain't got to play against them. But then the kids will turn around and guess what they're going to do? When the money dry out and they feel like they didn't maxed out everything they can do at that college, they're going to leave anyway. But
Right. And then you ain't got to worry about bringing in 25 of them and like 12 to 15 of them leave the next year.
Bingo. That's the whole nature of the game. But what happens if you take 12 kids, 15 kids, and 6 or 7 of them prosper? That's a winning class. You get what I'm saying? Because on the average, only 2 or 3 of them kids gonna really play. So if you get any more over 3, just look at it, right? Kamani played, Carter played, Taylor played, Dylan played, and
Caleb Matthews.
yeah, no, dang, why I cannot think? Adam Hopkins.
Yeah.
So
Hopkins got burned.
He didn't get that many reps, but Miller.
He didn't get many reps, but
yeah.
So he burned. He burned. I'm
Miller.
asking, did he burn his red shirt? What I'm asking.
No, he didn't burn it. He played
he
a
didn't
couple
burn
games, but he didn't burn it. But when you really break down, we had 5 or 6 freshmen that actually played in the game, and we had Hank, the freshman center, right? So we had 5 or 6 players. Well, people will look at our last year's class and say it was a bad class, but we actually 5 or 6 of them played. You know, and so
you say stop Dylan, Omarion, Caleb Mathis, Hank Zelinskis, Carter, and Kamani. That's it. Oh, and Jalen Miller, JMG.
Yeah, and Jalen. JMG. So think about that, right? Look at how many our freshmen played.
But hold on, Rob. But this the thing. That's on. That was on a team coming off 1-8. So now we talking about the lowest of the low only playing that number. So what you think the highest of the high playing? You get what I'm saying? And we only playing that number of kids. What y'all think Georgia and Alabama playing? Like they're not playing freshmen like that.
1, 2, maybe 1, 2.
Maybe 3 at the most. 3 at the most. 4, 3 at the most.
Yeah. But the only freshman I remember to play for Alabama is that safety.
Yeah.
The offensive lineman.
Yeah, Proctor and Caleb Downs both started at Alabama. But Bama played them players during them cupcake games. They got so many cupcake games early in the season that a lot of them freshmen get they burn in them second half of them cupcake games when the score be 40-3 or something like that.
But then think about it. After them 4 games is up, who playing? They ain't playing. So now you redshirted. You know what I'm saying? Like the way Alabama and Georgia do, how they set their schedule up for their first 4 games, you're going to get an opportunity to get in. The matter is if you're going to play in game number 5 and beyond. And a lot of them kids don't.
They play later. They play later on in the season. I'm gonna tell you how I know because I'm an LSU fan. In Alabama and LSU, before LSU play Alabama, we get a bye week, and before the bye week, we get a cupcake every year.
Yeah.
So they get a cupcake, then they get a bye week, then they play LSU. So they get 2 cupcakes at the beginning of the year. They get another cupcake in the middle, then they get a bye week, then they play LSU. Every year is like that.
Yeah. But that's just the nature of the game and how it goes. So when people upset because Prime ain't taking a big freshman class, it's due to the fact of, would you rather take a high school kid or would you rather go get somebody out the transfer portal that can help you right now? Because you don't look at the transfer portal as I strengthen with the transfer portal. The transfer portal is for you to build depth or fix a need, to just put a little minor fire out, right? But it's not a long-term thing that you build a roster. You know what I'm saying? So each year, you got to add 2 or 3 kids at each position, no matter what happens, right? At the offensive lineman, we took 6 transfers, right? But then we got a freshman, tackle. Then I ain't gonna say what else we're gonna get on the offensive line in high school, but just know it'll probably be 2 more 3 kids on the offensive line, right? So each class, you want to build 2 or 3 people at each position. That way, you always have some youth in that position, but you have some upperclassmen for them to learn from. So that's just how the nature of the game works.
And then, Rob, most of the time, some of them transfers, he gonna bring in at least what five sophomores, redshirt freshmen that didn't play. Those are basically freshmen. Come on, man, with a little bit more experience, a little bit more sharp.
Hey, let me ask y'all some topic. Whenever y'all on the stream, y'all, if somebody call you, gotta refresh the app, the stream yard name.
Yeah.
Cause I came back in, and I was talking, and I don't think nobody could hear me.
Yeah, once somebody call you, you gotta refresh it to. Otherwise, you'll be talking, but you'll be muted pretty much. Honestly. Coach Ray, what's the word, man?
Man, ain't no word.
Man, the people want to know, man. They been asking for you.
Signing day next Tuesday. Signing day
next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. I mean, right now it's just like I say, the state finals just over with. The boys that seniors, the kids that's trying to get into school early, they trying to make moves. I mean, I guess everybody see Florida State was at Lester House today, and that's what they supposed to do. He didn't duck them like somebody did last year. So I mean, he met with them, and they feel good. They're trying to make sure that they're gonna keep somebody in his ear for the next week. It's gonna be somebody from Florida State in down there all week long. He ain't going home. That's his job. But I don't think it's gonna really sway something or knock something. Right now it's about what's best for Lester and what's best for a couple of other kids. Again, the kids are talking amongst themselves. It ain't just the coaches. The kids are talking amongst themselves, and they trying to make the best move for them. As we sit here and we talk about, most of these kids want to play. They want to at least have the shot to play. That's not saying that they're going to play, but they want the opportunity that they have a chance to see the field. And so that's why a place like Colorado is intriguing. Florida State losing a hell of a football team, and they got to try to find their way out the ACC. That's their biggest knock right now. It's a lot of kids worried about how strong the ACC is, and are they gonna get shafted, or is the ACC gonna be the school that only get one team in the playoffs? Because if you win the conference championship next year, you automatically get in the playoffs. But let's say you only got one loss, and it's a bunch of one-loss teams that they gonna overlook. Are they gonna overlook you because you play in the ACC? So that's a lot of kids' worries. You know what I'm saying? So everybody want to play for them. Everybody want to play for a natty. Everybody, them big kids, because most of those kids, when you look at their pedigree, they done won state championships. They so they want to play for the big dance, and if they don't have that opportunity, it's gonna be hard for Florida State. The Gators down here in Gainesville, they in shambles. I ain't finna tell you no lie.
That was my next question, man.
They in shambles.
What's going on with DJ?
I mean, right now they still say he locked and loaded, but I just don't know. I mean, neither. Now listen, I ain't buying just because they selling it to me. Don't mean I'm buying it. But they in shambles right now, bro. They losing kids they losing them by the boatload, bro. Them two coaches they fired, that was big for them. I don't know what Billy Napier was thinking, but the boosters in the school was calling for some people to get fired, so that's who he fired. But I don't see how you fire your top two recruiters. Go ahead, Joe.
Corey Raymond, the best coach on that staff, man.
Yep.
Well, he was.
Yep. Hey, bro, we been through that. Everybody in Gainesville know that. Everybody from the streets and from the trenches know what it is. But again, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. When y'all be talking about Prime be hiring his friends and don't be firing his friends, well, that's all they doing, because Napier could have, all them other people he brought, them was his friends. Them was his homeboys. So when the university said he had to fire some coaches, he went in there and fired them guys instead of firing the people he needed to fire. So now he can't keep no kids. And if DJ don't come, he gonna be looking for a job.
No, I was just gonna say this. Sunday is gonna be a lot of interesting things come up. And I'm telling you, after signing day, you might see a lot of kids in the portal. A lot more kids might hit that portal come signing day. Because the way things moving right now, there's a lot of schools that don't got scholarships, and they're gonna have to make room for some players. And so it's about to get hot in college football real fast. So it's gonna be interesting, right? Florida State, they still gotta find a quarterback. Who's gonna be their quarterback next year?
DJ is on the list to visit today, I think.
Who cares? Who cares?
Who better get Dookie?
Who cares? Like somebody told me that the other day. I said, who cares? That ain't
DJ
what you
is
want to
ass.
say. Like, man, if that's what you going, like, all right.
Him and Cam Ward is supposed to. That's who they banking on.
If you can pull Cam
in Miami this weekend.
If you can pull Cam Ward, I'm pretty sure they can get Lester.
Hey, listen, that if I'm Florida State, I'm doing everything I can do to get Cam Ward. I don't care. But if you let him go to Miami, it's a wrap for y'all, dog.
They say they're giving Lane Kiffin an open checkbook. They say he about to spend a lot more money down there in Ole Miss.
You got that ain't gonna matter.
That don't matter. It don't matter, bro. Yeah. Like, you still gotta compete with Allen. Long as Saban there, like, it don't really matter. He gonna still be second fiddle, man. I mean, I love Lane Kiffin. I think he a hell of a ball coach, but it ain't gonna happen.
He a good recruiter too.
I can just tell you this.
I say Lane Kiffin.
He is, but the thing is, again, with these SEC schools, fellas, these boosters run these schools, bro. I'm just telling y'all, man. These down south schools, like, I know Florida. Kirby probably done took over because he don't want too natty, so you can't tell Kirby nothing. You ain't finna come in there and run Kirby stuff. But, like, places like that, like Ole Miss, Florida, Mississippi State, whoever this coach is at Texas A&M, they not running the show now. They the head coach, but they not running the show. Them boosters running the show. So they gonna have to. You got to prove yourself to take over programs like that.
I think it's the crazy thing for me is these Texas A&M players. They taking a long time to commit to a school. They tell you something's up. Just pay attention, because most of the time when high-end kids get into the portal, they out of the portal pretty fast. But these Texas A&M kids, they taking their time. And I'm telling you, everything gonna lead to Wednesday, because a lot of these schools are saying this or saying that. But be honest with y'all, there's a lot of things that's missing. The state of Florida right now is in control of how everything's gonna play out in college football come Wednesday.
And what
right now?
And they know it.
Can you explain that? Because for some of us that that's not too in. Like, why is Florida the state of Florida gonna hold the thing with signing?
So the what's going on at Florida, the University of Florida, what's going on at Florida State, that has a big impact to a lot of 5-star players and high 4-star players. And so if things go south at any one of those schools, it could change the perception of where a lot of these kids go.
You gotta watch out for Cristobal too. Cristobal be ducking in the weeds.
Gotcha.
Cristobal be stealing for crew. You gotta watch him, dog.
Yeah. So that's what I said. The Florida and Florida State, what they programs are going through right now is going to cause a major chaos in college football. And so there are players that CU's looking at from all, both rosters are high school players. Tell you right now, CU is looking at defensive tackles like crazy. And so there are a multitude of areas that things can get real chaotic. And so Cam Ward holds the keys to all of this stuff. Like, depending on where Cam Ward goes, depending on how crazy this thing gets.
There's no indictment on that when you say Florida top 2 high school defensive tackle commits was my Jid Kendall and the other kid that went up to Auburn last week.
LJ?
Like I told,
You talk about LJ McQuay?
Right, you're right. So yeah, so And I don't think you're gonna get neither one of those guys. And so DJ is still calling these boys, trying to convince them to come back. But if he can't convince them to come back, he know he doesn't have a future. It's gonna be hard pressed to sell him. It's gonna be hard pressed to sell him. And so when he says that they control everything because it's kids that's committing to Florida State under the impression that Charles Lester gonna be there. So if Lester flip, if they don't have a quarterback, if they gonna still be in the ACC, it's a lot of stuff working against Florida State right now. Right now, Miami in the bird seat in the state of Florida. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Cristobal doing this thing. He like Jonas said, he hide in the weeds and he got the money. He got the people down there with the money. So you get what I'm saying? They can offer a little bit more. And so right now, Miami in the driver's seat. I think that's where Ward would. I think that's where he's going. I think that's the best bet for him. But I know Florida State is trying to sell it hard. But I think Miami is going to ultimately be the place for Cam Ward.
Wait, you think Miami is a better option for him than Ohio State?
Yeah.
I mean, bro, they can't beat Michigan. So what are we talking about? Like, bro, I don't. Like, you don't had the best to me. You don't had your best two chances to get you back to a national championship the last 2 years, and you can't get it done, bro. Like, I don't know what to say, bro. I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't. If I was him, I wouldn't go there.
Can I say something, Coach Dre, to that point?
Go ahead, Pablo.
What's going on, fellas? You said something about Cam Ward going to Ohio State. The reason that if I'm him, that I wouldn't even consider, and I would pick a team in the ACC over the Big Ten, because you go over to the Big Ten, you fighting with the Giants. Instead of you knowing that you can get that playoff berth by just, by even just keeping it to a close game in the ACC, let alone losing in the ACC, you're going to be fighting against those giant Michigan, Penn State. You got UCLA and USC coming in. I don't know. If I'm him, I go down to Miami and I rock out. I take my chances in the ACC.
But here's your problem. Here's the major problem. I like what you said, but here's the pushback to that. When you look at the SEC, you look at the Big Ten, they're going to value them over the ACC, right? When you look at the Big 12, they're going to value the Big 12 over the ACC right now. They just is. So now, how many teams from the ACC can get into the playoffs?
One.
Most likely
one.
Out of 12?
One. They only going to take the 10. Listen, what y'all fail to realize is this 12-team stuff, it really went to benefit. It was supposed to benefit the SEC.
Yep.
Right? So the SEC going to get about 4 to 5 in. I'm just be honest with you. So this year, let's just say if we went to 12 this year, give me anybody give me your top 12 teams in the country, and watch how many teams are there.
I know. Listen, I'm about to tell you this. I know as of right now, LSU would have been the first one out because we 13.
No, y'all wouldn't. Y'all would have been in.
Y'all would have got in this year, bro.
Y'all would have got in.
Y'all would have got in, bro. Somebody else would have been out. Y'all would have got in, bro.
Yeah, y'all would have got in. That's for sure. They wouldn't have put Liberty in there. They would have took Liberty out. Even with them being undefeated, they would have took Liberty out. They would have put y'all in.
It's about the money. So we talk.
Liberty won the conference, though, right?
It don't matter.
Yeah, but that
come down to
but
money,
it's just
though.
about. They talking about the power. They talking about the Big Four. They just talking about the SEC champ, the ACC champ, the Big 12, and the Big 10
the automatic bids. The automatic bids.
They gonna get a buy. They gonna get a buy. They gonna get a buy in the first round.
The only way I see a team
they gonna
like
get a buy in
that,
the first round.
The only way I see a team like that getting in is if they had 2 of those money games on their schedule and they was undefeated. So a team like Liberty, let's just say, for instance, they went in and they had a good Tennessee team, right? They beat a good Tennessee team, or for example, they beat let's just say Duke was good, or one of them teams like that, and they stay undefeated and they won their conference championship. They could probably get that 12th spot. But if they don't win at least 2 of those money games against a P5, one of those top P5 schools, Big Ten or SEC, they got no chance. They got no chance. They essentially playing just for their conference championship and for the next outside of the playoffs.
So this is what we saying right now. We gonna take the 4 teams that's in the playoffs right now, which is Texas, Michigan, Alabama, and Washington. Okay, Georgia would be in, right? Everybody agree
Yeah.
Georgia would get in. Okay,
Florida
Georgia
State.
would get in. Florida State would get in now because, but hold on, but this the thing. Under the new circumstances, Florida State would have got in. Last year, Florida State would have they would have automatically got in. You get what I'm saying? Florida State would have automatically got in. But okay, we're gonna add Florida State. I think
State.
Ohio State gets in.
Missouri get in. Penn State get in.
Missouri gets in.
Oregon gets in.
Oregon does get in. You have to take Oregon
in.
over. You have to take Oregon over Penn State.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What?
You think so?
It's the best two-loss team. Best two-loss team. Oregon is the best two-loss team. Yeah. They lost twice to Washington, which is undefeated and number 2.
Yeah.
I'm putting in LSU.
I mean, you got to kick out Oklahoma. You got to kick out Oklahoma if you put in LSU.
Well, who has a better resume between LSU and Oklahoma?
Right.
LSU gonna have a better resume.
Right, they gonna play in a better conference. I mean, who Oklahoma played?
Because LSU beat Mizzou. LSU beat.
Oh
Mizzou.
yeah, they did. They did.
If you're gonna put Mizzou in, you gotta put LSU in.
Yeah, but Oklahoma beat Texas.
That's true.
You're right.
But when you look at the strength of schedule, when it comes down to strength of schedule, LSU's strength of schedule is gonna be higher than theirs because of who LSU lost to.
Facts, yeah. LSU do got some stronger losses than Oklahoma. Oklahoma lost to some bum-ass teams toward the end of the year.
We lost to Florida State and Alabama.
Yeah, so that's why LSU getting in. I mean, it just ain't no question. So what I'm telling y'all, that's 4 SEC teams right now.
And even Ole Miss gets in under that. So that's more than 4.
I told y'all this is more for the SEC, bro.
I mean, it's gonna have to be more of an SEC because ESPN and ABC is in control of it, and that's because they check. So it's gonna be majority of the SEC in there. And
who got the rights to the playoffs next year? That's what we're gonna tell. Like what broadcast got the rights to the playoffs? ESPN got the rights for all the playoffs.
ESPN own that. ESPN own that, bro.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
ESPN own the college football playoff. They don't own college football, but they own the playoff system.
They get all the games. So all the games gonna be on ESPN or ABC.
Yeah,
all the games gonna be on.
Fox and CBS and fight that?
No, because
they ain't got that kind of money.
CBS only want the NFL and SEC. They don't want nothing else, bro.
They just want that money. That's the kind of money they want. They just want the big dog money. They don't really care for all that other stuff.
Yeah, ESPN put up a lot of money to be on that field, to get those fields, man, to get the right for that.
So with that being said, it's gonna be majority of the field is gonna be from the SEC. I don't care how you slice it and dice it.
Nah, Fox. If it's like that, it's definitely the SEC. I thought Fox had some had some rights for some games too. If ESPN dominating it, then it's over.
So now, so that's what we telling y'all. So now, if I'm a recruit, what we talking about in the ACC? Like I told you, the ACC is gonna become the old Pac-12. You know, the Pac-12 used to get left out all the time. Pac-12 champion, we don't care nothing about that, man. Y'all go over there and sit down. We don't care if you win the Pac-12. That don't mean nothing. Well, that's how they looking at the ACC now. Oh man, who y'all got over there? Man, y'all ain't playing nobody.
And with Clemson now recruiting at a high level,
right?
That's hurting the ACC for real.
That hurts the ACC a lot. Clemson has been at the top for so long.
The best coach in your conference just left to take another job. Like,
man, bro.
So what that's gonna do to Miami? Or they just run the table in the ACC. They gonna get out too?
They're looking to get out too. If Florida State finds a way to get out, I promise you, Miami's gonna be there right there with them. Miami ain't gonna stay there.
Yeah, they're not gonna stay. They're gonna hitch their coattails to each other to get out.
Yeah.
Nah, if I'm the Big 12, I'm going after those ACC teams hard, man. I can't let the SEC get the good teams from the ACC. Like I gotta get me Clemson or Florida State if I'm the Big 12. I gotta get out.
Clemson didn't say they want to go nowhere. Just Florida State and Miami talking about going somewhere.
No, Clemson said something.
Yeah, because there's no way Clemson gonna stay. Florida State and Miami leaves. There's no way.
Dabo don't really care. because when Saban retires, he probably gonna be the next coach at Alabama. So Dabo really don't care. I'm just being honest with y'all. Dabo really don't care.
Well, they gonna have to. I mean, if you feel like you're a big dog at ACC, when you see Florida State and Miami leave, you out of there. If you stay around for it, you just gonna be boo boo the fool. Because I don't even understand why the ACC went and got Cal and Stanford like that. It legit didn't make any sense for them to go to the ACC. Like, but they did what they did. You know what I'm saying?
Like, if I'm the ACC, I would have took Oregon State and Washington State instead of Cal and Stanford.
Like, yeah, you'd have took them, but them people got to accept.
Yeah.
I just think they was trying to appeal to the masses, but it's not helping their cause. Like, you needed to get Colorado and Arizona. You needed to get some people like that to get in the ACC to make it viable. It's not. So only thing I can tell you is you need to pump up your schedule and you need to win your conference.
Yep.
You in ACC, you can't play no cupcake schools. You need to go find the best of the best schedule you can find so you can make sure you can get in. Because I don't think if you don't win the conference, I think it's gonna be hard for you to get in. Unless you Miami, Florida State, or Clemson.
Hey,
let
me ask y'all this.
Go ahead.
With us seeing how biased the committee was towards Florida State, right? I'm just going to give a hypothetical because we mainly talk about Colorado on this channel, Rod channel. For instance, if Colorado was to get to that Big 12 championship, but they don't finish it out, let's just say, for instance, they lose. Us knowing their schedule, what record do they have to get for them to go ahead and put CU and Prime in the playoffs?
They have to be their only loss.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this: even if Prime would have 1 or 2 losses, they still will put Prime in because of money. It's gonna come down to the money. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, you can slice it and dice it. If it comes down to putting Coach Prime in over SEC school, long as it's not like Alabama or Georgia, it's like one or two.
Right.
They put Prime in because they see the market, they see how they're gonna make money off of it, and it's just gonna draw more attention. So they'll end up putting Prime them in, but that's always the hardest discussion because people are like, well, they don't deserve to be in with 2 losses, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to marketability and money and viewership.
So that's all it is. That's all it is this year. The only reason Florida State ain't in because they can't the money generation. Nobody wants to see them play. If they go out there and they beat the brakes off of Florida and they look good in the ACC championship, they're in the playoffs. No doubt about it. But when you don't look good against Florida, you just eke out a win against Florida, and then that ACC championship game looked horrendous. So it's you can't sell that.
If it's a toss up like this year, Prime College, see you getting it.
Yeah, no doubt. If we at the 12th spot and it's us and it's Colorado and somebody else, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be Colorado.
That's why they was pushing for, man. Those guys need to win those last 2 games. But they were definitely trying to get Colorado in the bowl game.
All Colorado had to do was beat Utah. They would have been in the bowl game.
That's all they had to do. Wow.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah, just because it's about the money. You get what I'm saying? You're going to have people coming to the game. You're probably going to sell out the game.
That bit definitely selling out for sure.
Another week of practice and stuff like that. So it's always about the money, guys. You got to always look at them people big picture. And what I'm telling you is y'all just go back to COVID. When people thought they was going to cancel the football season, I told them ain't no way in heck they going to cancel the football season. There's too much money. Yeah. And they probably should have, but it's just too much money. Even in high school, there was no way they was not going to have high school football because the high school money helps generate for the rest of the sports program. So you got to get that money in. If you can't get that money in, you get what I'm saying? So it's really about the business. So that's what we have to look at. And right now, if I'm a incoming recruit, I really look at the ACC and look at it and say, I just don't know. I just don't know if my team.
Hey, Coach Dre, I'm gonna tell you something. You really got, and that's Coach Dre, I think. Hey, look, you really got me when you said that you were surprised that COVID stopped football. I'm gonna tell you something. COVID stopped a whole lot of things. You was just surprised about football.
No, I'm saying it did. I'm just saying in general. What I'm saying is it didn't stop it. It like a lot of people thought that they weren't gonna play football that year. Like, oh, they ain't gonna be able to play football. I was like, no, they gonna find a way to play football because of the simple fact is a business. The business you can't stop the business.
Well, my point is really they didn't play because that's why everybody got. That's why they college football got that COVID year. They got that back.
No,
so how they gonna play?
They played.
They
played.
It's just the players on
they
the
played.
option.
They just it was a lot going on, and the kids could opt out and say they didn't want to play and come back the next year. So that was the option of the kids. Well, they gave the kid the option to say that, hey, it's COVID. I'm not going out there and playing because it's a couple of kids. If Jonas was still on here, I think there's a couple of kids at LSU that year. They opted out. They didn't play because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah, they ain't play. We had a wide receiver playing quarterback in the bowl game.
Jamar Chase sat out the whole season.
They didn't play. It was the kids' option if they wanted to play or not. But the money revenue that was coming in, they couldn't stop. They couldn't stop that. So they had to play. Yes, sir. They had to play.
I think Micah Parsons did too for Penn State. I think Micah Parsons sat out the whole season for Penn State.
Go ahead, Papa.
Once upon a time, Miami was an independent. Can they go back to being an independent like Notre Dame?
What year that was?
Before they joined the ACC, Miami was an independent.
I thought they was in the Big East.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
I ain't never remember them being no independent, bro. I think Notre Dame is the only team that I can really recall being an independent like that. I don't never remember nobody else.
I'm gonna say this: Notre Dame gonna go to a conference in football. Best believe that, because they're gonna get left out.
I was just gonna ask you guys that, like, with the way college football is going, like, it's not sustainable for Notre Dame to stay independent.
Why?
Yeah, they gonna have to go to a conference.
For what?
They had their own independent TV contract, right?
Yeah, but with the
they just got to make sure they schedule.
They
just got to make sure they schedule. They can't play no Rudy Poo schedule. But if you go out there and you play, if you schedule 5 of the top teams out of a certain conference, what conference you gonna get in? Who gonna let you in?
They ain't, but I'm just saying they're gonna have to eventually, just because of. I get it. They got their own networks, right? And so you ain't getting none of that money because all they're going to do is make sure every game's on their network. But they're going to have to, if things play out the way it's supposed to play out, right? You got to think about it. Notre Dame is going to be one of those teams that's going to find a way to get into the playoffs. So then
but they're going to have to go undefeated, though. They're going to have to go undefeated.
I don't think they necessarily have to go undefeated, depending on who they play.
Yeah, I do agree with it, depending on who they play. But if they go undefeated, then yeah, we got something to talk about. But if they ain't undefeated, like they gonna be like the ACC, ain't nothing to talk about because you really ain't got nobody that you like. Come on, it don't make sense. So like I told you, if I'm a recruiter, I'm really looking at these ACC schools, saying, hey, bro, I don't know if I got other offers to go to other conferences, I might be trying to look at another conference because. They just, it's just down bad right now. They the team that needed the Oklahomas and the Texas to come to their conference. Not the SEC didn't need no help.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? All they did was make the SEC.
Oklahoma and Texas going to the SEC that screwed up everything.
Facts.
What you mean screwed up everything?
It made it better.
Well, it didn't. What we say it made because y'all and the SEC didn't need no help, Jonas. We didn't need no help.
Hey, I agree. I don't.
So Oklahoma and Texas didn't really. I mean, it helped. It boosted up our stock, but you didn't need them. Like if you put Oklahoma and Texas in the ACC, now the ACC got something to stand on. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It helped them some. This didn't really. All it did was hurt because, like. The SEC might end up kicking a team like Vandy out. Might tell Vandy they need to go find somewhere to play.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State will be hard. Mississippi State will be hard because if you push Mississippi State out, I think Ole Miss will try to pull the big brother card and be like, oh, if y'all push them out, we'll go too. So that's why I think Mississippi State.
You can't do that one. Yeah, that would be a safe one. The only odd team in the SEC it would be Vandy.
would be Vandy right now.
Or
And now
Kentucky.
you just have to get a team to replace Vandy in that
But Kentucky
situation.
been standing, but Kentucky been holding their own though. I know they used to be in the Vanderbilt league, but they done rose above that little Vanderbilt league. So
They starting to get 5 stars and high end 4 stars. So Kentucky's a team they recruiting now.
and and like you say, your coach is Stoops. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it'd be hard to kick them out too. But if I was the ACC, I'd have been trying hard to get Oklahoma and Texas. But Oklahoma and Texas wanted to go where the money was, and the SEC is where the money at. So you can't get mad at them.
And them
it wouldn't make
schools
sense
need.
to leave the Big 12 for the ACC neither, because the Big 12 get more money than the SEC.
Some of them lower ranked schools is for other sports, like obviously Kentucky for basketball and Vanderbilt for baseball. They need somebody in the SEC to represent them other sports.
Yeah, but
Florida
for baseball in the SEC, they got a lot of good baseball programs in the SEC.
I mean, you got Florida, you got I mean, we got national championships in there without Vandy. So I mean, we don't really need Vandy for nothing.
Well, to tell you, because kind of baseball, LSU got the SEC on lock, dog.
They need
LSU,
the SEC needs Kentucky because of the other sports, not football, because of the other sports.
And
they always have
basketball.
They always
ain't
have
doing nothing in basketball. When last time Kentucky won a national championship?
It's the
blue blood.
When you talk about one of the blue bloods, when you talk about the blue bloods,
oh yeah, okay, yeah. I give you that. Okay, I give you that.
Blue blood program.
Like when you talk about comparing Vandy and Kentucky, like the SEC needs Kentucky more than they need Vandy in that situation.
Yeah, I told you we don't need Vandy for nothing.
Yeah, when you look at Kentucky, they win in other sports. Like they always traditionally have a good women's track team. They always have a good cheerleading team, things like that. So they win in different stuff to help the SEC have money and bring in revenue. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
Vandy ain't doing none of that stuff.
None of that. I'm talking about none of that. And no sport. No sport is Vandy. They might be winning at tennis or something, but they ain't winning at nothing else.
Not no team sports.
No, I'm just being for real. I've never seen Vandy like, but it's not. I don't think it's
the only thing I've seen Vandy in is baseball when it comes to other sports.
I don't think it's their fault though. I think it's because of their academics. And as soon as I think of Vandy was to let up on their academic stuff, kind of like Colorado did, I think they could go to being a good team and they get a good coach. Like when they had Derek Mason, if they would have eased up on the academic stuff, I think they could have ended up being a good football team. But they wouldn't ease up on it.
James Franklin.
Vanderbilt is private though. That's private money. That's old private slave money up in that school.
It is, no doubt about that. I mean, but that's what most SEC schools. So what SEC school ain't got that going on?
Yeah, you're right about that.
So I mean, that's every SEC school. So that's why I be trying to tell people like Florida just started playing black quarterbacks. Black quarterback at Florida, man, you fill him up your head.
All right, so I got a question for y'all. What's the biggest thing that y'all want to see out of Colorado next year? Colorado football.
Consistency. Just straight consistency. I want to know when we show up that we know what we're doing on offense, which is I need to see 50-50 or 60-40 on offense. Either one, 50-50 to 60-40. I go for either one. And we got to be dogs on defense. I got to know we're going to get a pass rush. I feel good about our secondary. And
when you said that, I just got word that the D tackle from Florida is supposed to be up in Boulder.
I just didn't say anything yet. I wasn't going to say nothing. My dog had already told me I wasn't going to say nothing
transfer
yet.
Transfer high school, Rob. Transfer high school.
You'll see. You'll find out.
Y'all, it's gonna be on the thing. Y'all just wait a minute. I told you Sapp been working now. I told y'all people think my dog ain't been working, but that's what I just want to see the consistency.
You know what?
To me, we'll make the team a lot better, and we could have got 2 more wins this year. It's better tackling, dog.
Yeah,
you're right about that,
Jonas, let me ask you a question. How many well-off videos you saw when we was really tackling, bro? Like, anybody. I mean, any school, whether you really see tackling going on, that's a lost art right now. Don't nobody. That's why tackling is bad in football, because don't nobody do it.
The
NCAA did that though,
because that dud and shit, that shit carries over to the game.
Hey, Jonas.
Exactly what it does. Exactly what it does. It's
They
carrying
need
over
to
to the
bring
game.
that
Hey,
Oklahoma
Jonas,
deal
we
back,
can't
man.
even be mad at the players. We gotta be mad at the NCAA for changing the rules to allow them not to be able to tackle like that, because that's who's really in control of it, all this. But you see it across the board through college football and period, like with so.
Bro, we gave up so many yards after contact, dog. It's a shame, bro.
Yeah, that's why I was so mad when people was talking about Charles Kelly need to get fired. I'm like, are y'all watching the games? We calling the plays. You see like 3 players in the backfield, and somehow he got out the tackle and like getting 25 yards. It happened so many times.
Hey, like Rob, you had thanks. You had asked that question about what we want to see. Me, I want to see intelligence. I want to see the same thing Coach Prime was saying. That smart, tough, all that stuff. Because I ain't see a whole lot of that this time, and I don't know who to blame it on, the coaches or the players. But this year we'll find out who to put it on. Because if they do the right thing, that comes the players came in with some knowledge thereof. You understand me?
Them niggas definitely wasn't disciplined old school.
Well, I'm telling you.
I agree with old school.
This is what I want to see, man. I'm gonna take a page out of Coach Prime's book. He always talked about dominate. I want to see them dominate some food. We got kids out that's coming out there now, man, that will have that attitude to dominate. It's one thing to win, but it's another thing to dominate. I mean, blow them out. Blow them out. That's what I want to see, because it's all about what you were talking about, Coach Dre, about being that dog, and I think we got a lot of dogs coming, and I want to see them dominate, man. I don't feel sorry for it. Look, it's a game. You're having fun. We'll have fun later. I want to see them dominate, dude.
Hey, give me 1 second, fellas. Hey, Tina Cole, pull up. I want to hear your thoughts right quick about this subject. But go ahead.
But what I'm telling y'all is, go ahead, Coach Dre. Now, for me, I think we gotta find an identity, whether it's on offense or defense. Where every week when we play, I know for a fact this is where we're gonna be and we're gonna dominate at that. Whether it's running the ball or we know on third down we need that one gritty yard. We got the identity on the offensive line that we're gonna get it. That's what I'm looking for.
I would say fundamentals across the board. I know Jonas said tackling. I want to see the corners get their hands on the receivers. I don't want to see them crossing the field like that. Get your head turned around on them deep routes. Getting off blocks, like just little simple fundamental stuff. And of course, me and more disciplined, not getting so many pass interference and holding calls on big plays.
I'm gonna say we'll tap into all of that. Just higher football IQ amongst all them players. I mean, knowing situational football. I think it's their second year around for a lot of these dudes, so they should know what's happening on 3rd and 7. They should know what's happening on, first and 10 and where the ball is placed. So I think that overall,
listen. See, that's the point. That's what the coach is for.
Well, I was saying that too amongst the coaches too, like that Arizona State game where that coach was making Prime call all them timeouts. That's situational football. I mean, he made him burn all them timeouts real early in the game. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a common theme in the chat, right? I just want to know what y'all feel. Everybody, I see a lot of people saying less well-off reach the people and Uncle Neely.
No, don't stop that. That's what got them there. Same thing it took to get them hooked, go keep the same thing to keep them. That's what's getting them there, because that's exposure in the best way. Stop it. That's hating. That's a hater.
I mean, like, to the people that say that, my one question is to them is, were they saying that when the team was 3-0? That's my one question to them. When we were winning, were they saying less well-off, less Uncle Neely, and less all of that? Were they saying that?
I mean, here's the question for real. Like, what that has to do with them practicing?
Like, what that got to do with anything?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they out there. Listen. That's just like us going somewhere, just filming something, and like and we put it out every day. Like, what that got to do with that? I don't know what that. I want somebody to explain that to me.
What's the harm that the video is causing?
Yeah, that's what I like. Like I can see a Bucky in the middle of practice and he's stopping practice and he doing stuff like that. But I just like I want to know what they doing that's affecting what to be doing.
So
I
try
mean,
harder.
I want
They
I
know
want
they
to know the
do.
answer too, but I
That'd be the
just
more. I ain't gonna say it, bro.
I know what you was thinking, Johnny.
That shit sad, dog.
Well, I mean, let well off, you know, let them do what they do. I
What's
mean,
up, Tina Cole?
because coaches always preparing these kids. Say, look, when you do good, it'll show up on the video. When you screw up, that's gonna show up too. That's part of the process. And people on the outside, man, they don't know what's going on. I mean, the average fan, yeah, I ain't gonna say what I'm thinking. Thank you, but let them. This is where we are right now. When I was playing, man, we didn't have all that, you know. But this is where we are right now, and it's good for the game. It's good for a lot of our kids. The whole thing, everything is. It's not a bad thing, you know. It's a very, very good thing.
I think.
What is the harm that the video is causing? I'm confused.
No type of harm at all.
Oh, great.
None.
No
I
type
was
of
gonna let
harm.
Miss Tina Cole answer right quick before.
Hey, Miss Tina Cole.
Hey, old school.
How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm just at work.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm at work every day. Every time I turn on Rob, I'm at work. Right, Rob?
Right.
There you go.
What question did you want me to answer?
Either or, whichever you feel comfortable with.
Well, I'll go both. I agree with Coach Dre that they need to be consistent because they were not consistent at all. And then they need to have either a split of running and doing whatever else on offense that they need to do to be able to come out on the winning side. As far as Bucky goes, I don't see a problem with Bucky. I honestly think they don't show enough content. Sometimes it's unnecessary stuff that's included. But I don't think he's interrupting any type of practices. He's not dumb. He's an athlete's son. He used to be an athlete. He knows what he can and can't post. So I don't understand what the hate is towards Bucky. He didn't contribute to the wins. Hold on, my boss is calling me.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'll say this, right? It was something that's been brought up like all season about, like, you know, they feel like well off is doing this and showing that. I said at the end of the day, there is legal ramifications of what you can show and what you can't show about practice. Because it is an advantage to the other team by you showing it and they not showing it, right? So there's advantages to certain things to what they can show. I never feel like what they do is, you know, wrong and they should stop doing this or they should change that. But I see that a lot of people say that all the time, right? And so we bring this subject up of like, but it's like, what sense do that make, right? It doesn't change the outcome of what they do in the game. It actually gives you more insight to why they played how they played. So when you say, hey, they tackle bad, well, when you look at the well off and you see them not tackling, then and hearing what Coach Prime saying, that changes everything about why they're not doing what they're doing. Because you're seeing it. And you don't see that from most programs. Most programs that try to use this formula of well off or reach the people, they give you a 2-minute video of this.
That's because they want college football to be a mystery.
Yeah. And it's a lot of things that can help college football to help them translate to the NFL, but they don't do it, right? And my biggest pet peeve with college football is I feel the way that they should be able to, like, you should be able to radio calls in from the headset to their helmet. You know, whoever you pick or choose to be that person, right? That's just a part of communication. I hate the whole look to the sideline and give me a call and then check and then everybody got to look to the sideline and look at the
signs
Bro,
with Big
I
Bird
hate
on
that.
there.
I hate
Big
that,
Bird
man.
on the sign. You got a cookie on the sign. You got all kind of crazy ass shit on the sign, man.
Yeah, I hate it. I
Yeah, that
say,
shit
man,
make no
listen,
sense.
man, radio that stuff in, and when you radio that stuff in, if you see something different, the quarterback should be able to check to themselves and do that, right? But to like just be like always everybody looking at the sideline, man, come on, dog. We can do better than this, man.
Yeah.
One thing I can say about Well-Off and Bucky, I see people kind of talking smack about him in the comments. I think he's an innovator because you could go across the board and none of these P5 schools, they don't have anybody taking content like that each and every
Because
day.
they want everything to be a secret, bro.
Right.
But also, so here's the primary reason. Here's the primary reason for this. If you have somebody doing this, they want to be in control of the content. And they're not going to give you access like Buggy has, because Buggy controls whatever he puts out. He controls that 1,000%. 1,000%. He controls all of that footage. He owns the right to all that footage. So you don't own none of that. And that's what most schools are upset about. If we hire somebody to do it, it's not saying that they can't do it, but these schools are not willing to give up the content. And when you're not willing to give up the
profit
content,
from it. They don't profit.
Say again?
They don't profit from it.
Correct. Yeah. And that's what the biggest issue behind it. And so a lot of people get mad at Bucky and Darius. It's like, man, give them their flowers, because at the end of the day, they created a new length, a new wave to college football from a different perspective that y'all don't get, and it's really helping y'all understand the business side. A lot of these coaches don't want to do it because they don't want you to see the real version of them. Yeah. And it might stop a kid from coming to their school. Because think about it. When these kids go on a visit, everything is pictured in a good light. There's nothing bad pictured in this. Everything is good, right? Think about all the kids that when they came on, all the kids that just came on a visit, they seen Colorado in a bad light and they still chose to come to Colorado. Because you want to know what these coaches' reaction is in a loss, not a win. Because everything's all peaches and cream in a win. How do these coaches act during a losing streak? How do these coaches act when they take their first or second loss of the season? That's going to tell you the real sign of who those coaches really are. And so for all these recruits that came on a visit, now, you know, when they was on this losing streak, we'll have a better insight of that. And Bucky gives you that insight to a program, and you get to see the personality of these coaches where you don't get to see that in most situations. And so
it's really a lot of them old white folks just want to hold on to their sacred traditions, dog.
Yeah.
That shit whack, man.
Yeah, George, you gotta think about it too. No other school in the country will repost their players' content. For example, when Caleb is posting those videos or when Travis is posting those videos and they post a link on Instagram, CU Football is the only school Instagram page that will repost that and they not getting a dime from it. It's not another school that does
Testing.
that.
Yeah.
You good?
Plus your news media.
All right.
Plus your news media want content too.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. What I wanted to say is, okay, let me correct some of the things I heard. Okay, first of all, you know, at the beginning, Bucky used to put out a lot of content. I'm not sure if y'all know that Colorado faced some violations. And the reason was, I think one of the coaches said over there that the coaches need to spend more time off of them. In the NCAA rules thing, it gives coaches only so much amount of time to spend with their players, whether it's going over film, whether it's going over this. The issue that a lot of not fans or anything like that, not people, but a lot of people at other schools had with the thing was with Bucky Films that they gave them extra time. They gave them extra time. I'm not sure how to basically explain it with coaches and stuff. They only have so many hours a day that they can spend on training, that they can be at training. Yeah. I'm not sure if y'all noticed, like when
it's like 25 hours a week, bro. It's like 25 hours a week. They got to be on the field.
I mean, it's always been that way. What you would see, right? If other schools start to do it, you would see a lot of violations happen. So to keep everybody safe, just don't film it, right? Don't put it out, or you put out a little 2-minute video to show that we are working. This is what it is. but you don't see people doing it on a day-to-day basis because you will see a lot of fractions being broke, and the NCAA got to come down on them for it. What Coach Prime did was mastermind what you can film, what you can't film, what you can put out, what you can't put out. Because at the end of the day, all this stuff is even with Bucky filming all this stuff, it still goes through a process of making sure everything is good. And as soon as something doesn't check out good, it automatically goes to private, re-edit, and then put right back out.
Hey, Rob, but I thought the whole deal what this brother's talking about is the fact that Coach Prime being out there personally.
That Coach Prime what?
Being out there personally on the field, during the hours when he ain't
Oh,
supposed
no. That's not what I was saying, brother.
Okay.
What I was saying was I was going into why Bucky cut back up on a lot of the videos that he started posting because he had to edit them more. That's why everything has to go through Coach Prime now. That him and what's his name? The other young dude, the other Sanders dude, what's his name with the beard?
Darius.
Darius. So they have to go through Coach Prime on everything that they post now. That's why you don't have as many videos like they used to do a video like every maybe 2 or 3 videos every day. They don't do it that way anymore. Why? Because people was claiming that it was violations of NCAA rules.
Right,
now,
NCAA wasn't claiming that, but it was just people that were saying that. Because I remember, it goes right back to this. Not cutting you off, but it goes right back to what I was saying at first. Because what you were saying, that they was bringing up these things about Coach Prime. I remember that what you just mentioned. When you mentioned that, I remember they were saying that, but it didn't turn out to be nothing.
Like, hold on, with the video stuff, like when they used to, like back in Jackson State, they used to put out 2 or 3 videos. The reason why they stopped that, they were just 3 short videos. They just combine them into one video. Like that had nothing to do with like recruiting violation or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Like the thing they talk about with the recruiting violation thing was like doing the one-on-ones in the summer. Like was something about like him doing. That's why Bucky was something about like they didn't want him doing that, not showing the one-on-ones anymore. I don't know why, but
I don't know why. I get you.
You say why they didn't want him showing what?
So let me just say this, right? The videos that they put out right now, Bucky's putting out right now, it's like 8 to 10 minutes. That's what he used to do at Jackson State. He didn't used to give you these long videos. It used to be the longest video he give you 8 minutes. It used to be like between 4 minutes and 8 minutes long at Jackson State. When he got to Colorado, he started giving you longer videos. So then your mind got trained to, I see all these longer videos. So the minute he cut it, you like, oh dang, he cut it because it's really not enough content for him to put out that's going to stretch 20 minutes. And so now, as a lot of people say, they get upset with, dang, man, I didn't get this. I didn't get that. But if you understand, like, how long Bucky's been doing this and you follow him from the beginning, the videos were never that long. They just got longer because they got more content at CU. And what they do is they put the stuff out. When y'all say stuff in the comments, they read every comment. And then they adjust to what they see. And so most of the time when Bucky make adjustments to stuff, it's because they look at the comments, they read what y'all say, and then they make adjustments on the fly from that.
Hey, Rob,
if they didn't look at comments, guess what? When they be talking about stuff and they be like, man, like people said this, and this, they wouldn't know that.
Rob,
if they didn't
my point is this. All right, they do a 10-minute skit on the thought of the day. What that got to do with the plays or anything else? Why the NCAA will be coming down against them because of that? I don't get all that going into why they come with these rules and what's wrong with that.
The NCAA came down for it. It was basically a competition violation, right? Because you're showing stuff. You're showing stuff. Give me 1 second before I'm gonna get into this. Derek McClendon just announced that he's going to the draft. All right, boom, we got that out. D-Mac going to the draft. All right.
Good luck.
Back to what I was talking about. All right. So it basically was like you're putting out film of this and that where a lot of schools can't stuff that you shouldn't be showing that they were showing. And so a lot of this stuff was like one-on-ones and stuff like that. Like there are certain time periods that you can't put stuff out like that. But Coach Prime always addresses the issue and adjusts the film. So as something hits, right? If they don't know, you don't know until you put something out. That's just what it is. Once they put something out, then that's when the NCAA comes down. Because the NCAA doesn't trip about a lot of stuff. They only trip about stuff when it becomes a major headline or somebody sending film into the NCAA. That's when the rules and all that stuff start to get changed. That's when they start making rules, you know, in this way or that way. And when they see you do stuff they don't like and it ain't in a favor to help the big boys, then they start changing rules.
It's okay when they be showing the tapes of Breelove getting beat like it ain't nothing, but then when they come to everything else, you can't show that though, right? Is that the point?
No, that's not. Hold on, let me stop you. Let me stop you, old school. Hey, what's up, old school? I met you the other night, man. I think you was on Chico's show the other night, man. I saw you on there. You know what, Chico and Coach Hayes. So I saw you on there the other night. But it's like we following each other. But let me stop you on that. I think a lot of it had to do with, I think Bucky explained it on one of his shows. It was like, you know, as far as the offense and it's a lot of things that he, you know, Coach Prime is limited that he can't show. They don't want to show the players that's injured. I think every once in a while you may see a player that's injured or something like that. They don't want to show that. Why? Because that's giving ammunition to the on who to prepare for. The other thing is they don't want you might see one play or two play on offense, one or two plays on defense. They show you what they want you to show because if you're a smart coach, then you're gonna prepare for what they show you.
How you think you can make a game plan off a 10-minute video?
Well, listen. You can make a game plan off if you know somebody injured or not, because you're always studying the tendencies of players, right? So just say, for instance, right, Utah didn't know that it's up to Utah to figure out if Shedor's playing or not, right? But if you're watching all the well-off videos and you see him on the sideline, you know, whoop-de-wop, and you see this person, that person keeps taking snaps, and that's pretty much a competitive advantage because now you're going in with a different game plan. So you can game plan off when it comes to like player personnel, but as far as game planning like off of plays and stuff, man, you gotta hope they run that play in the game or run that formation in the game.
Because every college run down in the same formations.
Yeah, they do.
But it's player tendencies. It's not formations. It's player tendencies. Where do this person like to catch the ball at? What routes do this person feel comfortable with on when he have an option route? They can. That's what they train the personnel defensive players off of. You set up and watch. That's what defensive players are played off of. Same with offenses.
So you think they lost a game because of well off?
No, I'm not sure where you got that from, bro. We was talking. We weren't even talking about why they lost the game, bro.
Like I'm asking what's the harm of it, like?
What's the harm? The harm of it.
The harm.
There is no harm, but if I'm a coach, you think I'm gonna go out there and record everything that we do in practice?
Man,
no,
listen,
I'm not.
If I'm playing against you, if I'm playing against you, I'm not about to use a 5-minute clip to try to game plan against you. I tell you that.
I'm gonna use whatever I got to game plan against you.
Why it didn't work for TCU then?
Or Nebraska.
Like, why it didn't work then?
I'll say this, man. We basically beating a dead horse in this situation. But with Derek McClendon going to the NFL draft, man, how y'all feeling, man? Let me know, family, how y'all feeling in the chat.
I'm happy for
Let
him.
me know. Dirk D-Mac, Mr. D-Mac, Mr. A, always on camera in your face. Talking about what's coming. Going to the league, baby. Let me know how y'all feeling.
Try to get better, Buck.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you.
They forced that boy out, man.
I actually think that he's testing the waters. I think he, testing.
Can't come back. You.
Nah,
this ain't the NBA.
My bad. I'm thinking about somebody else. I'm thinking about somebody else. My bad. I'm thinking about somebody else. My bad. You talking about? Oh yeah, I want him to make.
Why he ain't been announced yet then?
Say again.
I agree with Jonas.
Before y'all answer this, right? D-Mac announcing that he's going to the NFL today. Somebody coming. That's all I'm going to say. When you start to see player movement and certain things happen, it's because something else is lining up. But I'm going to leave that alone. But D-Mac's going to the NFL draft. He made the decision.
They forced him.
You breaking up, Jones? What you say?
You break it up, Jones.
Because he can't.
Jones, reset your thing, man.
And all I gotta say, man, that's good. Happy for D-Mac, but also good for Colorado.
Yeah,
That leaves some like playing time for them young edges, especially Taji McCoy, man. Taji good. So I'm happy for D-Mac, but happy for Colorado too.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, and then to go right back what Jonas was gonna say to a certain extent. Hey, look here, that's a good thing because D-Mac is go ahead to the pros while the iron is hot. Why he got that, that publicity from you understand me, for being able to see you. He ain't got that much film or nothing to take because he ain't been playing that much, but still though, he just still got that name. He can do it right now because right now, later next year, if he ain't gonna get no playing time this year, he definitely ain't gonna get none next year.
Hey, Rob.
Old school, D-Mac has film from Florida State, man.
Oh, hey, Rob. I know it, but then when it came down to it, a whole lot of people have film from Florida State.
Hey, Rob.
And he played damn near the whole year, old school.
Hey, I got
whoa. He played.
Hold on.
Wait, did he play? All right, well, hold on. Did he play well the whole year, young man?
He didn't, but he played. Not the way you said it, it's like he didn't play.
I don't want to argue that point. I wish the man.
Rob, I got a question, man.
Go ahead with your question.
Hey, man, you heard? You saw Cavassier post today? Did you see Cavassier post today? Where he, I think he finna come back as what you call it?
He wants to coach. I know that.
He wants to coach. Yeah.
He's trying to coach.
Oh, where?
At Colorado. They asked him to come up
as a grad assistant.
Do you think he burnt that bridge?
No. I think what happened was he ran into a terrible situation. They didn't have an offensive line that could block for him. That's what I think. That's what I saw out there. Ain't none of the running backs had a real good game except for Dylan Edwards, and that was mostly on passes. Xavier gonna carry his own. You know what I'm saying?
My point was
what was the other
McCaskill,
the running back? Yeah,
McCaskill.
No. McCaskill, I think he only had a couple runs. No, I'm talking about the one that came from Colorado.
Hankerson.
Yeah. Those two, I think they carried their own, without blockers. And just imagine if they had blockers.
And Hankerson gone, he moved on because he was real smart. I wish he would have moved on earlier, but that's okay. Let's get past that point. But I said about what's the name burning his bridge, Smoke. You think he burnt his bridge when he laid up there and put on that escapade and all this little drama stuff? You understand me?
What, man? I'm confused.
I mean, do you think he burnt his bridge? Like you understand me, put on the performance off the field better than he did on the field.
I'm saying I'm confused because this is the first time I know that a bridge was burnt.
I ain't see that neither.
Well, I'm talking when he wound up showing up at one game over on TV like that, and he's talking about when he came back to the point that we wasn't succeeding because of the fact that we didn't
show up for the last game. What are you trying to say?
Hold on. Oscar, are you taking assumptions that he burnt the bridge? Because
to a certain extent. He hurt feelings to a certain extent. Feelings did he hurt? He was trying to shoot shots.
I think Coach Pride came out and said that he hurt his feelings. He said that he liked it.
I don't know if he did or not. It seemed like he was trying to hurt feelings.
No.
Yeah, Coach came back. Coach Prime came back.
He was trying to hurt somebody.
Another video, and he talked. Said, no. He didn't do anything.
Him and Willie Gines can both, by your assumption, him and Willie Gines can be put in the same assumption.
Right. I think both of them.
When you out there saying that, you got to have some evidence to back that up.
The evidence will be this. You sit up there talking about they go get it. Smoke probably got a chance to get a job there to see you. I think that's slim and done.
Okay, well, you might want to go check out. You might want to go check out his Twitter. Then you might need to go check out his Twitter.
Hey! Wait! I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about false flaggers. I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of false flaggers out here. That dude that y'all didn't even talk about these guys do. What the offensive lineman comes from Jackson State. How you know people be false flagging to be put things out there that ain't really out there. You understand me?
But
he wasn't old school. We ain't even finna get into all that, dog.
I bet, but I'm just saying, I'm just going right back to the false flagging thing.
Yeah, we ain't
that I don't see that happen.
Old school. I'm telling you, we not getting into it because there's a lot of people that don't really know the real story behind it.
I agree, Rob.
And so to go explain something that don't, some things just ain't meant to be talked about out in public eye.
And that goes right back. That goes right back to my point. That's my point about smoke being out there. See you.
Hey Rob, I got a quick question, real quick, Rob.
Go ahead.
For the panel, is there anybody on the panel that played college ball?
I played college football, basketball, not football. Though.
I ran college track. I chose track over football.
Quick question. How hard is it when you're in school to actually have a major of substance, right, and go to class and play ball? Because I'm off topic of football. I'm starting to see some of these players, and whether it's track, basketball, football, they don't have a plan after football. And I don't believe that a lot of them are taking advantage of their opportunity, especially some of these grad transfers.
Here's what I would tell you. Here's what I tell you. If you look at like a football team, for the most part, everybody got the same goddamn classes. I'm just being honest. Like everybody got pretty much got the same.
I don't understand it though.
But you got to look at it though. The coach's job is to make sure that the kid's eligible. It's up to the kid to decide. Hey, here's what I tell you. Some kids actually do know what their plan is, and they go in a right field. But a lot of these kids depend on how you like. If you think you him, right, you're more than likely going to pick a general studies course or sports management, or you're going to see the same thing, or business management, just to maintain eligibility so you can get to the league. Because everybody got an aspiration of getting to the league. But when you start,
at what point do you switch?
Okay.
At what point do you switch
at what point do you switch? It's really on the student athlete, because football. When you talk about like football, right, and you look at the other different sports, it's not like that across the board in other different sports, because it's how much is eligibility that you got. Are you gonna go to the league? Because a lot of kids know if they're going to the league. I mean, if you got aspirations, let me say if you're going to the league or not. If you have aspirations to try to get to the league, it's only a low percentage of people that's going to the league. Let's just be real, right? So when you look at the NFL, you look at everybody rosters, it's only 2 to 3% that really truly have a chance. Everybody else don't. But that doesn't mean that you won't be a good player at the college collegiate level, because there's a lot of great players that don't make it to the league. And so what do you do with these kids? Because I can tell you this 100% fact. Not everybody go to class.
Yeah, I wish they had somebody in the corner, man. I hate.
So what about? Hold on. Let me say this, bro.
I hate seeing some of these players, man, go back to the trenches, whatever city they come from, and then they just, you know what I mean, like, because more than half of them ain't getting drafted.
But also, here's another thing to think about, right? The kids that do go to the league, they never finish their degree.
Hey, D-Mac got forced out, bro.
Hey, Jonas.
Jonas,
I
couldn't hear. My phone was tripping, bro.
All right, so listen. Here's what I said. Here's what I said. I said and this goes from right now to signing day, pretty much all the way up until January 3rd. If you see a player leave at a certain position, right now it's because they're trying to clear for a scholarship. You can take it how you want to take it. But everybody thinks that they know how many scholarships we got. At some point, you got to start cleaning room for some of these players to come in.
Okay. Hello? Okay. What I want to say is that brother was talking. Okay, one of the things you got to know, a lot of the players that were at Colorado this year were in grad school. That means they already had their degrees. A lot of them right now they own the athletic, what is the athletic academics, what you call it? Academics board.
Academic scholarship, not a football scholarship.
Okay. So a lot of them are like that. So the thing is, man, college is what you make of it. And then what I want to commend Dion upon is because Dion just implemented this program where he's helping out helping out the students, the players and the students there with how to manage their money when they getting this money coming in, because he don't want them to just go out there and buy jewelry and stuff. I'm not sure if y'all saw that he just implemented this program that's actually is mandatory for all his players.
Yeah, going forward, there's going to be a lot more football players that are graduates because you got online classes, and you're going to see a lot of programs giving financial bonuses for kids that graduate. And that's going to be a motivator for people to get their paper, even as, we talking about sophomores and juniors getting their paper early so they be able to transfer. And the schools and the programs are going to be giving these kids a little bit more money if they do graduate. It's a good show for the school.
But hold on, before y'all get into that, right? What degree do most of these kids have when they graduate early?
Sociology.
GS, general studies, usually.
Not really, man.
Bingo, that's the answer right there. It's general studies.
That don't make sense.
Okay, hold on. Like, hold on. I want to bring up a couple. What was the dude name? I think he came from. He didn't come from. What was the big lineman? The big lineman that came there.
Savion Washington.
I think he came there. He had what? Like, where did he go to school? They one of the top schools in the country. I think he came from like, where was it at?
Kent State.
No, he talking about Dartmouth.
I'm talking about
I can't think of his name.
Number 7.
Yeah, you had a couple with mathematical not mathematics degrees, but degrees in other subjects that were like for them to become doctors in the future.
Yeah, he Ivy League.
Yeah.
But we talking about the most, like, the general population of kids that's transferring, that's graduating. It's a general study. It's only 3 things that most people, you got business management, sports management, or it's general studies. Like that's the top 3. Like you're gonna have those. You're gonna have the same coach that graduated from like a Dartmouth, that graduated from Ivy League schools, but those are well off in that sense. Majority of the kids that's graduating college, they all got the same degrees.
Okay.
I don't care what school you look at, from Alabama to the Georgia to the Ohio State.
Same classes. All of them got the same classes.
Yeah, Rob, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying you're wrong. I know majority, 80% of these kids do have that. But I'm saying, do y'all see a problem? Y'all don't see a problem with that? Because it's only a 53-man roster. That's it. On the NFL.
It's also the help that they get when they get, they tutoring. That means the tutor can tutor more than one kid at a time if they all taking the same thing. So you might have one student helper that's helping like 4 dudes. So it's easier if they all taking the same subject. But I think when you got online classes now, you're going to see a lot more diversification of kids taking other things that might be helpful.
Somebody said in the comments, it don't matter what major. I think it do. Because you can't be networking you can network in general studies, but if you're a part of IT and you networking with other business people, the people that created Facebook and MySpace, you coming in as an angel investor the first round, like you gotta already have your foot planted in some of these majors. You can't just be a major a general studies and now you owning a minor league team or something. You gotta already.
But here's the thing. That's where you're wrong at, because it doesn't matter anymore. All they look for is you got a degree. It used to be that way. It used to be what college you went to matter how much more money you was gonna make. It don't matter no more. They just look at a piece of paper now. Like, oh, you got that? Okay, cool. Because
Rob,
hold on.
Okay, go ahead, Rob.
When you look at when you look at majority of these jobs right now, they're not even looking at what field it's in no more. It's like they just want to see if you got a bachelor's or a master's. What is it that you got? And cool. Like they literally legit don't even look at some of this stuff no more.
Yeah, there's some truth to that.
Hey, Rob, to piggyback off of what you just said. Thank you, young man. Thank you.
Hey,
Rob, we go right back to piggyback off what you just said. All right, Jonas, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead to you.
Rob, to go back and piggyback back off what you just said. I graduated from high school in 1978. My freshman year in high school was 1974. All right, in 1978, I went off into college. When I went off into college, I was going to get this degree. My associates was going to be in physical education because I planned on coming back to coach, right? That was it. I wasn't looking to go pro because I knew my game wasn't like that because there was other people that was ahead of me into school where I went to that they went pro. So I already knew that my game wasn't like that. So my whole thing was to do this. But my father had recommended to me, listen to me, Rob, my father had recommended to me to go into electronics because I was good at that, with the ad and all that other stuff like that. So I was good at that, but I didn't do that. I went off into the coaching thing. I went off into that coaching field. Really, that coaching field wasn't paying off like the rest of those other fields that's paying off. Right, Rob?
I was calling, know what the hell you just said to me.
What I'm saying is the field, Rob, to make a long story short, the field you go off into, because it's not going to be a whole lot of Warren Sapps that can go 2 years and get associates and then come off and get millions of dollars. You get me?
So let me
okay, that's my point, Rob.
Let me just break something down. Let me just break something down for some people, right? Say you want to become a coach at football, right?
There you go.
What degree do you need to have to be a coach?
A bachelor's degree.
You can get a bachelor's degree in associates.
Listen,
associates is a 2-year degree.
No, what degree? In what field?
Any degree.
My point exactly. So when you're saying these type of things that I'm wrong or something,
I didn't say you was wrong. I just said what you going into.
Old school. I'm not talking to you. Old school. I'm not talking to you. So relax. Just take chill pill. I'm not talking to you.
I'm sorry.
I'm literally finna make a point about something. All right. Back in the day, degrees matter where you had them from. Now, when you go to college, and this is why most student athletes have a general studies. When you go to college now, when you come out, your degree might not mean nothing after them 4 or 5 years. That's why a lot of people struggle when they don't get a job coming out of college. There's a lot of people with degrees that are flipping hamburgers right now. Let's be real.
General study degrees?
Yes.
I got it.
Oh, yeah, of course I agree with that. Of course I do. That's my whole point.
What I'm saying to you in this matter, right? You can go into a field and go in college, but what you need to be forward thinking about is, what is the job landscape going to look like when I graduate from college?
Right.
That's what matters the most.
That's
right. Because you can go to college, take any degree, but you can also have experience doing other things.
Right.
It's some career fields where you absolutely do have to have. If you don't have that experience, you had to have some close connections to get in. And there's some fields where you ain't getting in without that degree, like engineering. You get in IT stuff with boot camp.
I'm not disagreeing with you 1,000%. But a lot of times there are people that's putting in the work that's getting passed up for somebody with a piece of paper that don't know what the hell's going on.
Hey, wow. See, that goes right back to what. Let me say this. That goes right back to what I'm saying. So I got associates in physical education. So if I want to get a job at CU, BU, or any other place, I can do that and go get that because of the credentials. Whether they want my experience or not, they hire me to a certain thing just for my name alone. You understand me? So that counts into that. I also have a 2-year degree in political science. You understand me? So that goes right back to that. So if I want to be the president of the United States, in order for me to be the president of the United States, I have to have that at what? That 2-year degree, right?
I'll vote for you.
Am I right or wrong, Rob?
We're going to vote for old school. That's what I'm saying.
Old school. Wait. What did he say? What did he say? You got to have a degree to be the president?
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, you do.
That's not part of the qualification for president.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think
everybody presidents have C average.
I think everybody taking this conversation into the wrong
Right,
light,
wrong
right?
A degree.
Because
A degree, Rob.
listen, old school. Listen to what I'm saying. In certain fields, yes, it matters, right? If you're talking about being a doctor, yes, you need to go into a field in that area, right? That's just common sense, right?
Okay.
But a lot of these jobs, right? If you say, for instance, right, YouTube, do you need a degree to run a YouTube channel? You don't. But there's millions of people that make millions of dollars off YouTube. Just saying. That blow up and go big time and start corporations and things like that. But if you're talking about you want somebody to do surgery, you want to make sure they got a degree in whatever surgery you finna get. You ain't finna just let them do no surgery with no degree. That don't make sense. So a lot of this conversation going left and right, and when the main topic was, how do you feel about the student athletes having the general studies, right, as their main source of their degree? Do you think they should specialize in different degrees? And sometimes when it comes down to sports, sometimes the reason why a lot of kids take general studies is just to stay eligible because they don't have all the time to put into study what they really want to study due to how much time it takes being a collegiate player.
But Rod, let me ask you this too. Let me add on to that. How many student athletes do you think do that because they don't have the time, and how many of them think that they just not educated or don't have the resources or don't have that mentor in their corner to show them, hey, you should probably minor in IT, you should probably minor in business at least. Still keep your general studies as your main your main thing, but minor in network and some of these other fields.
Who is that talking, man?
It don't matter. Answer the question.
I say this.
Always a nigga with no tea talking crazy.
I say, I'm not trying to be around your question, right? I just want people to think about stuff, right? Say for a lot of the times when we're looking at these student athletes, right, we never think about the background of where they came from. And most of the time, their parents probably didn't go to college. And so they're not thinking at that level of, because you got money, they're 16, 17, 18, 19 years old when they're making this decision. And it's a big decision. And some of their parents.
Let's just call it what it is. These kids do not care. They just want to play ball.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't care.
They not thinking about the field they're gonna be going in when they're 30 years old.
Exactly. They don't care. They just want to play ball. That's
no, they not, man.
But some of it, also it comes down to where they came from, right? You think all these kids going to class? I can tell you 1,000% that's not true. Some of these kids don't go to class in high school, let alone you finna make them go to school in college.
They barely pass.
No, that's facts because.
Go ahead. No, okay, good. Thank you. Hey, look, Rob, when it comes down to this, we go right back to what I was saying again, Rob. Look here, our boy Warren Sapp. I'm telling you, he played real good. Wait, there go that game again. Look, hey, he played real good. All the pros and everything. He had to go back to school to get what, Rob? A 2-year degree. A degree in what, Rob?
It don't matter what his degree is.
Wait, it do matter. He could have went back and got a bachelor's in science and industry. It wouldn't have made no difference.
It does not matter to be a coach.
Rob, my point is this, Rob, he still wouldn't be coaching at CU if he didn't get that athletic that what's the name degree. If he didn't get that little 2-year degree, Rob, he wouldn't be coaching that, would he, Rob?
Old school. It does not matter about what the degree is to become a coach in college football. You got to have a degree. It does not matter what.
I didn't know that. Dang, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
We've been saying that for the last 30 minutes.
You've been trying to tell you don't want to shut up.
That's why you got to listen.
Why you got to listen?
You don't have to have a degree in that field in order to go into that field.
No.
Man, goddamn.
Man.
Goddamn.
I didn't know that.
It's all right, Scoob. I got your back. I got your back, Scoob. It's all right.
Landscape is changing though. There's a lot more kids.
Because that leads me to my next comment.
I got your back, big homie.
It's a lot more kids actually trying to get something they can use in the real world. It's a lot more kids. You're going to start seeing, I think Jameson Williams, he had majored in like kinesiology or sports medicine or something like that. So you're going to see a lot more of the top kids, the kids that do real well, having majors that really mean something that applicable to the real world. I think that general studies, yeah, you want to stay eligible, like Rob said, but now slowly but surely you're gonna start seeing them second string, third string players making the best out of their scholarship and getting in the fields that really mean something.
But I just want
okay. Yeah.
Damn.
No, go ahead, Dennis.
I got a question. What do you guys think about Coach Sal and Warren Sapp?
That's great. I think it's great.
That's an improvement.
Love Coach Sal, man.
I think they'll work well together.
Yeah.
I think it's on-the-job training for Sapp. He gets to basically follow behind what Coach Sal has all them years of experience and, basically put a black flair on it.
Wait, so they both the D-line coaches?
Nah.
Like coach? Or
Nah, we're gonna have the defensive line. One gonna be the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, they're gonna be working together.
Wait,
what? We got Charles.
Y'all just be talking, bro. Y'all just be talking, bro. Like that shit don't make no sense, dog. Like y'all niggas just be talking, dog.
No, listen. This is what I heard, Doc. That they're gonna be working. They're gonna be working together. Okay, some kind of way. I don't know who.
How you heard that? How you heard that? Name ain't been announced yet.
That's the. I'm telling you, that's
you got to watch more than Rob the Man here.
Hold on, time out.
God damn.
Time out.
God,
that's where you got to stop. That's where you got to stop.
No, Rob,
y'all crazy, dog.
That was not
you putting the info out there, Rob?
No. That was not his plan, brother.
First of all,
man, when you say that, Rob.
First of all, Warren Sapp or Sal is not going to be the defensive coordinator. So let's get one thing straight.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Did I say that? I said
yes, that's what you said. You said one of them was going to be the defensive coordinator.
Somebody said that.
Together. There's a difference of them working together and who's going to be what, who's going to be in charge. Sal's going to always be the man. I know that. I'm glad they kept Sal. I love Sal. I love the way he talks, That's the only thing I'm saying, man. I heard the source from somebody. I'm not just hearing stuff. If I'm not sure about something, brother, believe me, I ain't gonna say it.
Well,
whoever told you that, listen, check this out. Let me tell you something, Channel. You too old not to know this. If somebody tell you a lie and you repeat it, that makes you a liar.
Okay, well, I'm lying then.
That make you mistake.
I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize.
You never repeat
nothing.
Listen,
never repeat nothing that you
were lying when you knew it was a lie.
Never repeat nothing that you're not sure of.
Mistaken. That's all it was. You were mistaken. When you found out the truth, you found out it was a lie.
You never repeat nothing if you don't know the truth.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Hold on.
Hey, Rob.
I'm lying. I'm lying. Listen.
Hey, Rob.
I'm lying. I apologize.
Hold on. Hey, Rob. Give me 1 second. I just want to hear what Tennis Channel got to say, right? Because I need to hear this for clarification, just clarification reasons what was going on. Because this news to my knowledge is something I ain't heard, and I'm talking about. I know people that know people, so I ain't gonna get into all that. But I just need to hear what you heard, because I can tell you that ain't.
Okay. Well, like I said, like I'm saying, I'm lying. If I'm lying,
you was mistaken.
Listen, if I'm lying, I apologize.
You was mistaken.
Listen up. Listen up.
I didn't say you was lying. I just said I want
shut
you
the
to
fuck up, man.
Listen, I didn't say you was lying. I just said I wanted clarification to what you said.
What did you
say? So I can understand what you're meaning.
I just asked the question, what do you guys think about them working together? Because I'm watching another internet source that's pretty reputable. Okay. And they said that Sapp and Coach Sal and Sapp will be working together in some kind of capacity.
That is true.
That's all I heard, and that's all I said. That's all I said. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
But no, somebody said he was going. One of them was going to be a defensive coordinator. That's why. That's why I stepped in.
Who
That
said
wasn't
that?
I didn't say that.
Rob.
Some other asshole said that.
Yeah, right. It was another asshole. That's all right. You right.
Yeah, another asshole said coordinator.
And it was a guy too. It was a
You wanna
man's
call
voice.
this
I
man a
heard it.
liar and all?
Rob.
Go ahead.
You still with that rat.
It might have been Joe.
It was hey. It was said, Rob, but I think he
Rob.
just misworded, man. He just flipped. He was.
No, Rob. Hold on,
That's
Rob.
all that was.
Y'all making excuses for grown ups now?
Rob.
Come on, Jonas, man. Come on.
I think it was Jonas.
Listen. I'm not about to get up here. I'm not about to get up here and repeat something that I don't know is true, bro.
Hold on.
Hey.
The only thing is, I think he said
He probably Jonas,
Hey, Rob.
he probably just misflipped his words or something, man.
And
You know
I
he
heard-
up
I
he up
heard-
in the age, man.
Listen,
I heard him
Hey,
too.
Rob,
I heard him too, brother.
No,
I heard him too.
No, Rob.
I heard him too, man.
Listen,
But
Rob. Hey, Rob. Listen.
Go ahead.
Which guy? I want to give you some advice on something, man. On a talking point, man, if you can give because people are over talking each other. If you can give, call out the names of who you want to speak, and we talk for like 30 seconds. And first of all, Tennis Channel, which guy? I was sitting up there joking. I didn't even know that it came across, and that was me that said that. So I'm not sure what you call me, but I'm not that, bro. Yeah, well, that's what you say. But I'm sitting up here. My thing is, I'm trying to stay positive on things. You know what I'm saying? And then because there's a lot of people up here that haven't had a chance to get their points on things, and that's the only reason I'm saying something to you, Rob. Call out the names of people. They got something to say. They say it for 30 seconds, and then move on to the next person. I'm just giving you some advice, man.
Just go ahead,
If
hold on.
If you the one that said it, then why did you speak up the first time?
That nigga don't never shut the fuck up, man.
Look, man. I apologize because everybody's coming at me. Whoa, you lying. Everybody's coming at me. So
don't let them bully you.
And I said that somebody said something about coordinator. I said I didn't say that. I said
that was me that said.
Listen, I said some other asshole said that. And
that was that asshole.
Shut up. Listen. And I apologize for calling you.
Listen, man.
But everybody was attacked. Oh, well, okay. I mean, I'm okay with that, dude.
Don't let them bully you.
Hey, Rob, cool question, Rob.
Hold on, before you do this, let me just address this real quick. I was asking for clarification, right? I ain't calling nobody out the name. I was just asking for clarification because I just like that's new to me. I ain't heard nothing like that, and I know stuff super close to the best of the best. So that was like, what are we talking about right here? So yes, Sapp and Sapp will be working together. That is 1,000% true. But when somebody said defensive coordinator, that's where it's like, what are we talking about right now?
Nah.
And I didn't say that. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say you did. I said I don't know who said it. I'm just want clarification.
That was Venom. That was Venom 314 that said it. And the only reason I said it because we was over talking each other. So I said, well, he was gonna be defensive coordinator because everybody coming out with things we over talking.
Man, nigga,
stop it. That's not why you said it.
Don't cut it out.
Listen. Let me tell you something, dog. Listen, come on, bro. Listen, come on, man. The line is crazy. Yeah, the line is crazy.
Hey, Jonas, I got it. I got it, Jonas. So listen.
They do owe him an apology, but they're not gonna apologize to him.
What?
It's all right.
Hey, Jonas, here's what I'm gonna say to you. Who has something to say on one of the topics that we touched upon that you didn't say anything? I'm opening back up.
Rob, I got a question. I do.
Okay. Go ahead. What's the question?
We on the topic of Warren Sapp, right? Hypothetically, he's there. Whether you confirmed it or not, I don't know. I don't remember, right? But what position coach? Like, what is he going to be coaching if Sal is still there? If he's not an analyst.
All right, so I'm gonna break this down. It's not publicly put out there or anything like that. I'm just saying this in a hypothetical world. This is how it's looking, how it might play out. So it ain't official. You're gonna have to hire Sapp in as a position coach if you want him on the road recruiting for you. He can't recruit for you as an analyst. And so, yes, he could be on the road doing whatever he wants to do right now. It's because he's not official hire to Colorado. So with that being said, right, the only way that could be possible is you don't fill one of the two spots, either a QB coach or a tight ends coach. One of those spots or both spots not be. They don't hire anybody for those spots, and then they utilize a Pat Shermer to coach one position. They utilize Brett Bartoloni for another position, and they use Coach Shad for a position. And then that frees up. You have another on-field coach, which allow Warren Sapp to come in and coach.
So
Does that make sense?
So you gonna have two
I got a
defensive line
question.
coaches.
Listen. You can all right. However you want to put it, Jonas. However you want to make.
I'm just asking. So
I
you gonna have
got
two
a
defensive
question.
line. It's a question. They got two defensive line
No,
coaches.
no. What I'm saying is they could be like cold defensive line coaches, right? So you can.
I got a question.
Falcon
But
coach.
you can only
Let
have.
him finish first before y'all ask him another question.
What the fuck is going on, bro?
Jonas, see, you're not paying attention. That's why I'm saying. This is why you're saying what you're saying because you're not paying attention. What I'm telling you.
You're not even letting me ask the question, Rob. You trying to answer it before I finish. I didn't forgot.
Go ahead.
I didn't forget.
All right, so I'm gonna explain this one more time for you. One more time for you. Cause y'all now nobody listening today. All right. So listen. As of right now, here are the coaches, right? You got Coach Pat, you got Pat Shermer, you got Brett Bartoloni. All right. However you want to look at one's OC, one's wide receiver or QB coach, however you want to look at them in the rim, right? You got Coach Phil. He's the offensive line coach. All right, them are the only three coaches on the offensive side. That means you have the quarterback coach and the tight ends coach open. So here's the solution of what you can do. Listen to what I'm telling you, what you can do. You don't technically have to hire another coach on the offensive side. What you can do is you can make Pat Shermer the OC and the tight ends coach. Okay? That's first solution. The next part of it, instead of you can make Brett Bartoloni the QB coach. Then you can move Coach Shad, who's the assistant wide receiver coach, as the wide receiver coach. So now you covered across the board from your quarterback, your wide receivers, your tight ends, and your offensive line.
So you got four offensive coaches. So you got four offensive coaches.
Correct. So now when you go to
you got two defensive line coaches, like I was asking you in the beginning, without going through all this.
Correct, but I had to break this down because some people ain't listening.
I'm not dumb, bro. Like my mind works at a high level.
What's up with you,
Jonas? I'm not saying that you're dumb. I wasn't talking about you.
But I asked you,
you get upset.
I asked the question. I said, so we got two defensive line coaches. I can add in my head real good.
But Jonas,
that's what I'm
bro,
saying.
You
I got a question.
Talking about you, bro. Like that was the point.
In that daiquiri spot.
I got a
question.
question.
I wasn't even talking about
So if I ask you one question, a simple question, yes or no, why you gotta go all the way around? Like I know the coaches on the staff, bro. You ain't gotta name them all. I know them.
But
I'm asking you, you have two defensive line coaches, yes or no?
But Jonas, here's the thing, bro. People are not listening, so I had to re-explain myself. And
but I'm talking for me. I'm not talking to them.
Okay, but I'm giving your answer, and I'm talking to everybody. So there's clarification.
Could he come in as a GA?
I got a question.
So
could he come in as a GA?
You're saying that Sapp will be technically hired under another position, but coaching the line is what you're saying.
I got a question.
I said hypothetically, this is not impermanent. Listen to what keywords I said. Hypothetically, this is what they can do. All right, this is what I'm saying. Everybody just be patient, bro. Be patient, dog. Y'all ain't going 1,000 right now. Be patient. What I'm saying, hypothetically, this is what they can do to make Warren Sapp as a position coach where he's able to go out and recruit. So yes, Jonas, in your answer, yes, they can have two defensive line coaches, or they can have D-line coaches where both of them coach the line, or one of them's the assistant, one of them's not. So they can do that.
All I'm saying,
I have a question.
You ain't got to dumb it down for me.
I'm answering your question. So you saying I didn't answer your question. I'm not trying to make you sound like you're dumb or anything like that.
No, I'm saying you don't have to dumb it down for me. You have to.
No, I have a question.
As long as Sal there, as long as Sal there and Sapp there, it's gonna be two D-line coaches regardless. So that's what it is.
I have a question.
What's your question?
My question is, who's gonna take Coach Nick's position? coach.
That's Coach Dancy. That's already been announced.
That's already happened.
Okay. See, I
Hey,
didn't know
Rob.
that. I
So
was asking.
he can't come in as a GA.
What's
No,
he
I
come in
think
for a GA for?
I don't know. You know how people can kind of blow things out of proportion. How it may look. You know what I'm saying?
But
Because Sapp ain't really had that type of.
that doesn't.
no.
Logically, I would say this. Logically, he might as well be an analyst if you're gonna be a grad assistant, because then you can come and go as you please instead of being a grad assistant. That just defeat the purpose of him having up there, because an analyst and a grad assistant, for the most part, does the same exact thing. It's just the title is just different. That's all.
Next question.
Wait,
Next
what
question.
happened?
Hello.
Yeah, we here.
Okay, my next question is now because
Wait, hold on.
go ahead.
Someone said something disrespectful to me.
What are you talking about?
I'm just reading the comments.
Who said something disrespectful to you?
Oh, okay, I thought I missed something.
Them
But
trolls,
okay, y'all can continue.
them trolls, Nicole, them trolls.
So
Nah, but
all right. So listen.
nah,
All right. Let me clarify one
yeah.
thing. Before you ask me a question, let me clarify. When you're talking about a GA and you're talking about an analyst, right? A GA and an analyst cannot go on the road and recruit. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Come on, let's piece things together, people. I'm not talking about what they roles is, what they do on a team. What I'm saying is, when you're talking about recruiting and being out on the road, Sapp cannot do that in a GA or analyst role. So you will have to make him a position coach of some sort for him to be able to recruit on the road.
Yeah.
Come on. Like I get everybody's trying to be right in this situation.
No, I don't want to be right now.
Understand how these things work in college football.
I don't care.
Like,
I don't care what.
what are we
I don't
talking
care
about
what
right
they
now?
do. As long as them boys can get hands-on training by Sapp, that's all I care about. There's no point in paying them if they can't do that. That's all I care about.
Rob, I say I don't want to be right on this one, but I think a lot of times, man, Coach Prime throws us signals and stuff. And I think one of the big signals that he threw, man, was on his tweets and stuff. The Sapps are coming. That means Warren Sapp been already out there recruiting people. He been out there. He got people that he's bringing there that Sapp went after already that he's going to bring there. And that's why he didn't just say Warren Sapp is coming. He said the Sapps are coming.
Yeah, I've been said this though.
Hey, Rob.
Okay, wait.
Rob,
I don't want you.
Rob, wouldn't this be called? Can we call this the prime effect? All the stuff that's happening here. Wouldn't this be the prime effect?
Man, I gotta go to the tennis channel, man.
I ain't lying.
I gotta go to the tennis channel.
This shit is crazy, dog.
I gotta go to the tennis channel.
Rob, you look nervous. What's up, brother?
I look far from nervous, bro. It's just
this
bro.
is crazy.
Bro, listen. I know it's the middle of the week, but some of this stuff that's going on, bro, is
Yo,
like,
Jonas,
what?
These are them people, bro.
Man, I don't know. I don't even know these people, man.
Oh, man.
What's going on today?
I don't even know these people, dog.
Bro, this is wild. All right, man, I don't know what to say.
Back
But
to you, Rob.
let me. Oh man.
Well, Rob, your channel growing, brother. So you bringing all type of different type of people around, man.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all, man. I forgot I missed over a super chat earlier, and I meant to answer, and I do apologize. If you sent a super chat earlier, send me the question back. Sorry, I skipped over your question. I didn't mean to. Shout out to the final donors. DNVR said they can activate and deactivate Sapp as a coach for recruiting. Is that true? Depends on what they label Warren Sapp as. So, with that being said, you know how Coach Brew had a headset and didn't have a headset, and that's pretty much the same thing they can do with Warren Sapp. You can activate him as a position coach, deactivate him as an analyst. You can do different things on the style. It's not set in stone like, hey, you gotta do this. You can deactivate coaches and activate coaches all the time. So, there's your answer to your question. Any other questions?
I think I gotta start putting stipulations on my questions. Just yes or no. I don't need all that extra shit, bro.
Hey,
Jonas,
but
Good,
hey, listen.
good
All right,
luck on that one.
hey,
Good luck
Jonas.
on
So
that
here's
yes or no.
so Jonas. Here's the
Because
thing
it's
about it,
common
right?
sense, dog. And my grandma used to always tell me, if common sense was common, everybody would have it. It's common sense. You can only have 10 coaches. I could count real good.
But Jonas, here's the thing. You taking into context of
but some
you,
people
right?
don't know that though, Jonas.
But a lot of these
But I'm asking
people,
the question though. If nobody else ain't asked, I asked the question. I didn't ask to get him knowledge. I wanted to know.
hold on, give me 1 second for an answer. All right, so Jonas, I understand that you want the answer, right? But as soon as I say yes, then I'm finna get a rhetorical question of, what do you mean, Rob? And so I might as well explain it, and so I can just answer everybody at once, versus come back and have to explain exactly why I said what I said, right? Yes, to your answer, yes, I could have simply said yes, right? But there are a lot of people that watch college football and that don't understand how the game works from the business side of it. And that's why I explained it. We got to keep taking the notion of taking everything personal, like I'm just attacking. I'm not. I'm just explaining for everybody to know, so don't ask me a silly question or a simple question that could be answered.
It was a simple question though.
It was a simple question, bro. Like, do we got 2 defensive coaches on the line? Yes.
Damn,
But a lot of people
I
don't.
could have found that out 20 minutes ago.
You could have, bro. But I'm giving an example of what could be going hypothetically. Like, what's wrong with that? Because somebody finna ask me this, and then I'm finna have to re-explain it. Same thing. Might as well just do it at once.
No, Rob, I don't think it was that was, I kind of asked a part 2 to that question. What I was really saying
Right
was,
here?
I know use for example, right? If they don't hire a tight end coach, right? What I'm saying is, if I go on CU website, Sapp's name say tight end coach, but he's going to be coaching the line. That's what I wanted to know, like the technicalities of like the actual position. I know he's not going to coach no tight end.
Whatever they want to listen to title is. I'm not the person that's listening to titles.
Is that a stupid question, y'all? I don't think that's a stupid question. I know he's going to coach the line.
But here's the thing.
You kind of answered your question.
Yeah, the question that you asking is like pretty much like irrelevant, because I don't control who get what title. You know what I'm saying? So whatever title they want to list them as is what they list them as.
You on the staff, Rob?
Huh?
You on staff? You know that.
I'm on staff.
Yeah, Rob, you basically on staff, brother.
Hey man, Nicole, why you giving them my cover, man? Chill out.
Dang, man, they got you on payroll.
You giving them my cover, man. Chill. No, I'm just a guy, man. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Rob, drop the link. Drop the link. I'm gonna get on so somebody else can get on.
It's somebody already waiting anyway. Old man 33, what did he do? What's up?
What's up, Rob and the panel? I just have to come in and say that the information about grad assistants isn't totally true what you guys have been talking about. The grad assistant position actually would be perfect, ideal for Warren Sapp, because he wouldn't have to be required to be there as much. Also, grad assistants can recruit players and coach skill positions and development. So the perfect position would be grad assistants. And that information I got from Georgia State and from this website called graduate.edu.
So my question is to you: Can grad assistants do in-home visits?
Well, it just says they can go on the road and recruit. So to me, that's I don't know.
They can't do in-home visits. That's what I'm meaning by
what is
okay. I get it. I get it. The technicality you want. I understand. I leave it alone. I'm gonna just leave it alone.
I just want to get that additional information, because it's not cut and dry. So to me, Warren Sapp, that's the perfect position for him, especially starting out. And some colleges require that you're taking classes as a graduate student at the school, and some classes don't. So it depends on. Some universities don't require that. So it depends on each university.
Could he go with somebody to in-home visits as a GA? I think you can.
He can go in recruiting. So I don't know about him being by himself or with someone. That detailed information.
Because that's why I asked the question about the GA, because I know the GA could be on the field. They can Oh, my fault. Oh, yeah.
No,
I was
that
saying.
was I muted Jonas. Somebody frustrated me at work, but I got it.
Oh no, that's why I had asked the question, because I'm like, I know GAs can be on the field, they can still coach and be hands on.
Yeah.
Without having to give him an actual coaching, position right now. That's why I was asking that question. And I know he's still an extension of the university, so he's still, a part of the team, a part of the staff, as a GA, and he can still do everything. But everybody gonna respect him as, Sapp. You know what I'm saying? Like, as what it is.
Yeah. So I could read, if Rob don't mind, I can read that little small paragraph. So it's just,
you can read it. I'm just telling you, GAs can't go on in-home visits. That's all I'm saying.
So he can't go with Coach Sal or somebody on in-home visits?
If he's a GA, he cannot go.
He can't ride with nobody.
But however you want to call it, however you want to look at it, man.
Bro.
So the one thing they're required to travel
how you
on their,
slice it, the answer is still no.
They're required to travel on their own.
Jesus with him, he can't go on in-home visit out of grad assistant, bro. That's it.
Wait, time out. Let me finish. So the one thing is they have to travel on their own. But here's what I read. So some grad assistants are encouraged to participate in the recruiting process while working within NCAA guidelines, which only allow recruiting during certain months. The other thing I read was typical duties include, but are not limited to, coaching and recruiting student athletes, skill development, monitoring student academic progress and time commitments, camp development, coordinating community engagement opportunities, game, meet, management responsibilities, and other related duties as assigned. To me, that fits the description of Warren Sapp perfect.
Yeah, I was thinking. So if he can't, okay. But if they can, I think it's so unheard of, right? I'm just saying, if it's actually a fine print where he can, and Coach Prime and them has figured that out, it won't be that way for long. That's all I'm saying. So if there was a way that he could do that, it won't. They're gonna end up changing that, because a lot of people are gonna start bringing on these Hall of Famers or people, and they're gonna start
grad students.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Professional grad students, and they about to start going to people's houses, and it's gonna tear stuff up.
Golly, what's going? Yo, I don't understand.
What?
Like, even if you bring in those what if scenarios, the answer will remain the same. Regardless of what, he cannot be a grad student and go into in-home visits. Like, even if you went, what if this, what if you go, it does not matter. The answer still remains the same.
You know that for a fact?
So I don't understand why we keep doing this.
You know that for a fact?
No, he doesn't.
Oh my God. You know what? Yeah, go ahead, man. Because no matter what people say, I'm still gonna try to get at the same point when the answer has already been given, and you're still trying to wiggle around it to get at. Like, come on,
brother. We all just trying to figure it out. That's all. I understand that what Rob said, and he's old man 33 is reading something. We all ain't professionals, and as far as with that, so we just all trying to figure it out. So, but you saying it as if you just know for a fact.
So listen, I'm gonna say this, man. I honestly, if y'all really, really, really want me to be honest with y'all, I really don't care about arguing about titles and positions, because at the end of the day, none of this really matters, right? This was, it got off to the wrong part, but football, when it comes to the field, what do y'all see as the expectation for Colorado next year, man? Because let's talk football, man.
Greatness. I see greatness. Go ahead.
I mean, the expectation is to win. I'm pretty sure to definitely be bowl eligible. That's a gimme. But to make it into the college playoffs, I got to see what these big boys on the D line talking about. I got to really see what they gonna bring in, because that's really what's gonna really make it. You know what I'm saying? That's really gonna make or break the team right there. Because they got the O line, but they get a dominant D line up front. A dude that can command double teams, and people who can win one-on-ones up front, which is something that we didn't have this year, and can work with the back end. The front and back end work together. I think that at that point we're gonna be like, oh yeah, they got a chance to really, you know what I'm saying? So I want to see what some of the big boys from Florida or Texas A&M or something. We can get something going with the big boys, the 310, 6'4" dudes, up front. If we can get some of them, that'll be great. So I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna say blindly without seeing what's coming in and what's going to be flipped. Blindly, I'm gonna say at least 7 games. I'm gonna give him 7 games bowl eligibility. But after the spring game and you see, the grad transfer come in that could transfer at any time and stuff like that, then I could really give a real prediction.
Keep coming back.
Like for me personally, like with everything that's from based off what we've seen recruiting so far, like in the transfer portal, we done fix our offensive line. So with my assumption is gonna be the same thing with the defensive line. So we get those taken care of. My expectation just for me is at least make the Big 12 title game.
I agree.
Big 12 title?
Yeah. You heard him.
Hey man,
hey, wait,
Hey,
Jonas.
Oh, hold on.
Go ahead.
I gotta drop somebody right quick. So give me just a quick second. I gotta drop somebody.
I'm telling you gonna drop me again.
Hey, don't be mad if I drop you, man. My boy.
Hey, turn
Beast,
my camera off for me,
word?
Rob. Turn my camera off for me, Rob.
My boy Beast, what's the word, my
Hey,
dude?
what's going on, man? Where my law dog at, man?
I don't know, man.
Law dog on vacation. He ain't got time to talk. Go ahead. You talk.
What y'all got going on, man? I've been seeing these commits. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's starting right now. Jaquan McCroy next, then Bryce Underwood next month. And we on the road.
Hey, Beast, remember y'all was up here arguing me when I told y'all we had 6 commitments on the offensive line? Y'all was up here arguing with me about it?
Yeah, that was like last week.
Just saying, man. I just want to make
Hey,
sure.
Beast, I'm glad you came up. Hey, Beast, I'm glad you came up. You make Rob talk. Keep talking.
Hey, Rob.
What's the word?
You see, so like the linebackers that's in the transfer portal right now. I was looking at some of their film or some of the players, and there was one that stuck out to me, and I don't know if he's gonna go somewhere. He's gonna go somewhere big, but I think his name like Sam Brumfield. He come from mid Tennessee. He's like 5'11", 6 foot, whatever. But he a straight dog at linebacker. So I was wondering if they probably might have their eyes on somebody like that. Somebody who's a banger. Like he literally like sideline to sideline. He can read the gaps. He know how to flow to the ball, shed blocks, all that stuff. So I don't know if you seen him or heard of him, but it's a dude from mid Tennessee who he like that for real. He like that.
Yeah, I heard of him. It's what to see you gonna do with the linebackers position is still up in the air. But yeah, I heard of him. Because I don't know what direction Coach Hart want to go. But I will say this is that there are people on CU's roster that still just holding roster spots at the end of the day. And so you're gonna see player movement. Like as they continue to gain more commitments, as they continue to sign more recruits, things like that, you're going to see player movement out of Colorado. So it should answer your question. But I would, if it's me personally, I'm looking for somebody that's he has been offered by Colorado. I can say that. But when you look at what they would look for, what I would want personally, and this is me talking, I would be trying to find me a quality player that's from the Power 5 level at the linebacker position. What's the production? I'm not gonna say no names, but somebody that can run sideline to sideline and really be a playmaker, a difference maker. Linebackers are hard to come by because of the position has changed a lot over the last few years, right? Linebackers have gotten smaller, but they also got faster. So it's kind of hard to find what you really want at linebacker. It's all about what Coach Hart wants at the end of the day.
Hey Rob, I got a question.
But I wouldn't. To me, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing a prototypical like a Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher linebacker, but those are hard to come by now because of how much the game just went to a passing league.
But you know what I'm saying, do you think he's like that type? I mean, that's what I got from his film. Kind of like, I think he's like I said, he's like 6 foot, 225, and he moving, and he sideline to side, and he thumping too. So I'm like,
I mean, obviously, what you saying, he got a CU offer. So I mean, anything possible. Yes, is right. For me personally, I would love to see a bigger linebacker. Like 6'1", 6'2". But I mean, I wouldn't be mad at him coming to CU, or I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Yeah, that's true. Because linebacker play was terrible, man. I mean, like it was terrible. It was bad.
Get anybody we can get.
The name of the game is always upgrade your bottom 20. So if they're in that bottom 20, upgrade it. That's the name of the game.
Hey, Rob, what can you tell me about Caden Green?
Nothing.
Oh, it ain't nothing to that.
I mean, I can't tell you anything about it. Like I don't know. It's not a player that's been talked about to me. So that's what I'm saying. I couldn't tell you.
Because I know he got some connections with Low Hope.
Couldn't tell you.
Damn, boy, we can look in your eyes, brother. Something there, you know. I mean, I'm just your eyes give you away.
I can't tell you, dog.
Oh wow.
Good day. That's the best thing. Instead of me coming up here like BSing you, giving you an answer in that, I can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not in a bad way, but like I don't have anything to say. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not finna shit up here and be like, oh well, see you gonna do that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I personally really don't know. What I would say, you know what I'm saying, CU, they gotta find some backup quarterbacks.
Hey, Rob, Vegas got Colorado for next season at 6.5. By the way, I just checked.
What you gonna do? Gonna put your money where your mouth is?
I'm taking that over.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
Just like I did last year, I'm taking that over.
Nah, if y'all would have seen that 3.5 up there, y'all would have jumped on that like crazy now.
Well, I bet on that like 5 times in the summertime. Like that over 3.5. So when I made some coins when that hit.
Yeah, I'm hoping they still got Shador and Travis as the underdog because last year I caught Travis at plus 10,000. But of course he got injured, so you know how that went.
Hey, boy, I get y'all saying 12-0, man. Y'all got to see how all the chips fall out.
12-0, Rob. Stop it. I'm 12-0. You can go that down to if you want to. I'm going 12-0. And I put money on it. That 12-0. And you cut me off again if you want to again. I'm 12-0. Go ahead.
Old school, you ain't moving off that?
Man, I ain't moving nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Like I said, I think 10 plus. But like I said, that D line come through the way that I think it's gonna come through, and we already got the back end for the most part. It's gonna come. Everything gonna come together back there. I ain't worried about that. But that front 7 look like something. It's over with.
The biggest key, right, is cleaning up the defensive line, cleaning up the linebacker position. That's the next phase. You know what I'm saying?
A couple more safeties.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob. I'm not a fortune teller, but I can tell you this though. Watch when you see that bum Coach Hayes come up, and he gonna say 6-6 again too, Rob. I'm telling you, he always go with that old safe stuff. Rob, I'm telling you, I know game without.
I think he said that last night, if I wasn't mistaken.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I know. I bet. That's Rob. I know game. Rob, I'm stop. Rob, I'm gonna stop. You ain't gotta block me no more. You ain't gotta put me down. Rob, stop it.
I didn't block you, bro. I
know
you. I would have to drop somebody off the show. You just wasn't paying attention and listening again. There
nope, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, that's all it was. I wasn't listening. People trying to get in, so I'm gonna have to drop some people off.
I know it. I wasn't listening to Joe. Anytime Jonas started talking, Rob. Anytime Jonas started talking, put me backstage. Put me backstage.
Right, I got you, man.
Got you.
Well,
Jonas,
you gotta leave Jonas alone, though.
Yeah.
Go backstage now, nigga.
I knew Jonas was gonna let that go. I know he wasn't gonna let that go.
All that damn crying. What the baby gonna do?
Hey, this man Jonas remind me of the Louisiana version of Shady McCoy, like the same person.
What the baby gonna do? You do all that crying, nigga.
Hey, man.
Get up here every day at this wine.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yo,
boy,
Jonas.
that boy is hilarious.
You try on the road today, my brother?
Hey, RJ. Hey, hold on. RJ, come on, man.
What you say, Edison?
Bro, come on, bro. Hold on, real quick. RJ, come on up, bro.
Now I'm saying, people getting you tight on the road today?
Nah, man. I'm working with these Migos, man.
Cause you've been on one all day, bro. When I had to ask.
Cause partner, I've been out here since 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to go home, man.
Nah, I get you, brother. I hear you.
All right, RJ, come on, bro. Pull up.
Man, what's up with the Wade twins?
They I don't think they coming. But I mean, RJ about to pull up though. He about to pull up, so he'll better tell you. But I don't. For me, if this is solely me, this ain't from nobody else. I don't think they coming.
Cause they don't want to take the package deal.
No, I don't think that. I just think that they looking for a particular thing, and I don't think that CU is gonna be able to give what they looking for.
The recruits looking for something particular.
No,
that dad want that quarterback to play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying in the situation.
Wait,
that ain't gonna happen.
His daddy want him to play the quarterback.
I don't think. But I don't think.
Why would you send him to Colorado then?
Bro, because they trying to make it. RJ was saying that the daddy wanted to be a package deal. I guess what's his name, Keenan. Well, I forgot one, whichever one it was. But yeah, the quarterback. He want the quarterback to be able to play, and it's like a package deal. So if they're not gonna take one, or if one not gonna get no burn, if the quarterback not gonna get no burn, then they don't want him to. They're not gonna want him to want them to come there or commit there.
So why would he get burned if it's already a first-round quarterback there?
That's what I'm saying. So their dad is part of their recruitment, right?
The dad is in the way. That's what he's doing.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing people forget about. It's not. Here's the thing people forget about. It's not about them like the quarterback playing this year. It's more about when Shedeur leaves. You can't make no promises that he's gonna be starting the quarterback. You get what I'm saying?
Right. He's the number 1 3, at least 3 in the nation. I mean, what else do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, Prime not gonna promise him. Prime not gonna promise that their quarterback gonna be the man on the field in 2025. He's not gonna do that because you still got potential if Bryce Underwood may come and the other kid Hill, he may circle the wagon. You see what I'm saying?
Better go to
so
he need a quarterback.
Yeah, he's not gonna say that boy gonna play in 2025. That ain't happening.
Hey, RJ,
I ain't lying, boy. Them parents be hell, boy.
2025
instead of having your son,
2025 is gonna be your go get it. Anybody can get it then.
The parents be something else, man. Like I coach 12 and 13-year-old Pop Warner D1.
Like
the parents be all in the way, bro. I'm talking about they be all in the way.
Like, and let me tell you, if I'm in charge of my son recruiting, bro, like if I'm gonna tell him, look, I'm gonna make sure you make the right decision. Colorado wouldn't even be an option.
If that's the case, you talk about me. If that's the case, listen to me. Hold on for a minute. That way we ain't gotta argue. If that's the case, you talk about millions of dollars. You put your child hands in, and then in fact you will get another business person that know the business to think likewise. You will be stupid if you don't do such.
A lot of these
what?
The QB.
A lot of these parents be unrealistic about their kids, man.
Yeah,
and how far their abilities go, bro.
I know that's your child, but he ain't like that.
Yeah, he not. Don't get me wrong, dude. Athletic. He's super athletic. Don't get me wrong, but he can go to a different school.
Alabama and sit on the bench for 3 years.
No. I'm saying he can go to a WKU, something like that, and and be the guy there. And instead of him trying to drag him with his brother, where he's not gonna be able to play for real. Like
you trying to force him on. You trying to force him on me, man. Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you gotta look at it like this.
All 3 of y'all could go ahead and beat y'all feet.
Yeah, man, that's what they gonna do. That's his brother. He gonna go wherever his brother go.
Listen, I appreciate the super chat from J25. Appreciate the lot, my brother, man. I appreciate you, man, for jumping on the panel, bro. As always. RJ up here, man, so he can give you all the insight, the breakdown of the way to whatever he want to
Let's
build
roll.
on that note.
What's
Go
happening,
ahead,
man?
RJ.
I know y'all.
Whatever you say, you
RJ.
broken up, bro.
I said I know you're not talking about my boys out here, man.
Man, I asked the question, man, and you
what?
know.
Hey Rob, did you hear
Yo.
about Anquin Barnes, the defensive tackle from Alabama?
Did I hear anything about him?
No, I'm asking you. Did you hear about him?
Ain't he taking a visit?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ain't that nigga like 6'6" or something like that?
You got
6'4".
Anytime you see an Alabama defensive lineman in the portal, CU is always gonna be in play.
They better.
Always.
They better.
Coach Sal's over there. So he was literally in that room last year, a year ago today. Because you gotta remember Sal got added to the staff real late. You feel me? So anybody on the Alabama roster that hit the portal really got to be on CU watch. Barnes, I think it was on 3 that inserted a crystal ball for CU. So we'll see what happens.
And I always say this: be mindful that there's still gonna be some players from Alabama that leave. Depending on after bowl season. So you got to keep some scholarships available. So Prime ain't gonna use all his scholarships. He's always gonna have scholarships available. So there's gonna be some moving pieces at CU. Whether y'all like it or don't like it, there's gonna be some moving pieces. Y'all gonna see some players is gonna go to the draft or hit the portal. Some way, somehow, if they need a roster spot open, they pretty much tell you where that player's coming at. So with Derek McClendon going to the NFL, declaring for the NFL draft today, just know they bring somebody in on that D line.
Right, open up that spot. Thank you, Rob.
If you hit the portal, you can't. If you hit the portal, you can't participate in the bowl. You feel me? You can't go to the bowl. You can't do all that. So all the good players come out bowl season.
And we was always under the impression that D-back was coming back anyway, because you proud. You can't
I wasn't.
Me. But that ain't the case. You understand me? He gonna take that favor and move on with it. Yeah, that's
Prime
good.
want to build something.
I wish you the best.
Prime want to build something just like how Bama do. You know what I'm saying? He want to have 6, 7 guys.
Why I got to be Alabama? Why I got to be Alabama?
Because Alabama is the pedigree. Alabama is the standard.
Alabama pedigree. Who is the coach of Alabama?
Nick Saban.
All right, how long he been the coach of Alabama?
Like 17, like 10 years. 15
okay,
years.
Well, who was winning out of Alabama before Nick Saban started doing it?
Come on, old school.
No. Keep going back. I'm old enough to go back. Keep going.
Old school.
But look, old school.
That means you stop at Nick Saban did, don't it?
You also got to
remember no, I don't.
Saban,
also, it just mean what?
Nick Saban is
about. What's your point?
He's mentoring Prime. You hear me? That's why you see a lot of
Nick
coaches.
Saban ain't mentoring nobody.
Yeah, he is. Look at all the
coaches that came from. How come everybody ain't winning like him?
Look at him. Look at the roster.
Man, look at who's roster. Alabama.
What happened, man?
Alabama.
He's mentoring him, bro.
Old school. Somebody said you had a little bit too much to drink.
Yeah, Prime want
to
have 6, 7 guys coming out his program going to the league. He want to get it to that point. That's what he want. He want pure domination from the top to the bottom. That's what he want to do. That's what he gonna do. So,
RJ, what's the word, man? What you hearing, man? What little bro talking about?
Nothing much, bro. You feel me? I got like 25 minutes. What you know what I'm saying? I got like 30 minutes. So like, man, hop on this motherfucker, man. Feel me? I done talked to him. You know what I'm saying? They cool. Like I said on the other show, bro. They really just like going through the process. You feel me? Like taking every visit. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the perfect opportunity for them. So, but I know CU's in the league right now, and obviously it's because Vito's there. They real, you know what I'm saying? The Pops feels comfortable with Vito being around his sons. Coach Prime gave him that vibe. There was also talks about, where they want to use the kids and, the twins. And, Pops is like, hey, this could potentially work. So we'll see what happens.
This just for me. This is what I said, RJ. This strictly for me. This ain't what I heard or nothing like that. I said I don't think they're coming, right? And to be told is,
they would have committed by now if it was 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I said, they on the fence with it. Maybe we'll see what they don't have a big offer.
No, I was on the phone. My bad.
And the only reason why I said this because when you look at this weekend, right? This the last weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the last weekend for transfer portal guys to come on a visit.
Yeah.
So CU is going to bring in the people that they feel like they can close the deal on. In a sense, they're not going to go out and waste their time on people that they don't consider they could possibly get for signing day on the 20th. Otherwise, if you just in there and you milling around like I might want to rock with CU, I might not, then they're not gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Because once that comes about, once everything hits its place after the 20th, because after the blackout period, then you can have those conversations, but they can't come until January 4th through the 7th for a visit. So it's gonna give you time to build more of a relationship with them. So with that being said, that's why I looked at the Twins. Like if you don't commit, you pretty much giving them an opportunity to go recruit somebody in those positions. You know what I'm saying? And the more time you get prime to recruit in that position, it may not be there when he comes around.
Right. Yeah, that's not even just the CUS everywhere though. You hear me? Like it's
you broke up, bro.
You got to jump on. You got to jump on it when it's there. But I can't fault. You feel me? The Twins and they pops or what they doing. Like they taking the process slow. You feel me? That's what you slow play and see if you can get a better offer or something better. Comes your way as far as what your situation you want. And I guess they gonna gamble on it. You feel me? Like you said, it might not be there. See you when they like, all right, let's do it. You feel me? But they just gonna take that gamble. So
yeah, I mean, you got to do what's best for you, right? I wouldn't never tell nobody to do something different. Do what's best for you because at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna cap. I told him to go. If you want I told him there ain't no better opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
You not gonna.
That's for sure. But Mr. Mike Larry, you look like you got something to say today, man. What's the word? What's going on?
Man, listen, man. Well, I thought shit was tight, man. I went to the damn state championship game and I was able to hang around a few people. And the people told me, boy, they trying to get that collective together, boy. They say they say some players that scratch each other back, they got to put money in the collective to even get to the school. Like, it's crazy, man.
What you saying, bro? Explain a little deeper because I can't understand what you're saying, bro. What you talking about?
All right, so listen, there are multiple schools that's putting collectives together to make sure players don't come to see you right now.
Like, like when you remember when P Diddy
put all the bags together.
So what you saying? You saying it's other schools trying to put money together to get players to keep them from going to Colorado?
Yeah, so basically,
okay.
You hit it right there in the head. There are schools putting money together collectively to make sure that players don't come to Colorado.
Right.
Even though they don't have no intentions of doing anything with the player, they still want them to go to Colorado.
Right.
That's happening right now. Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy, man.
It's business 101, man. It's what's happening. I ain't gonna name no schools, but if you know, you know.
It's crazy. Man, I ain't never seen a process where you got. Well, I did see a process because the 1 Million Man March never happened again. The 2 Million Man March. So, when you got a player that got ties to the school, and other schools are trying to finagle him away, like it's crazy, man, that they do this, man. Like, we know back in the days when we played, you know, certain players got the bag. Like, that's just logical, man. But the way people are plotting against OG Double G, you know, prime time Neon Dion, it's just crazy, man. That the scrutiny that this man going through, especially now they putting out the information. You know, this all topic with the breakup. Like,
hey, man,
they just doing everything to scrutinize this man. Just take him down, you know.
Hey, big dog. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, big dog. Let me tell you something. When you got the favor of God, all type of warfare gonna come at you, bro. And that's all. That's all it is, dog. That's all it is. They know that Prime has the ability to shake up the natural order of college football, and they're going to try to do everything in the world to stop that man from shaking up the damn landscape. Like, I'm gonna say this way off topic. I've been wanting to say this for a minute, bro. Like, I don't respect Nick Saban. He ain't really nobody to me. Kirby Smart ain't nobody to me. All them SEC schools, they really just beneficiaries from back in the day when they used to go plug out players from the HBCUs. I really don't think they that good. If you take them and put them in a D2 school or something like that, I don't think they'll be successful because I'm gonna tell you something, and I coach. Bro, the easiest thing in the world to do is coach a team where you got a stunner in every fucking position, bro. And that's all Kirby Smart and Nick Saban and all them is.
I don't know if you can say that about Nick Saban, bro.
I'm saying it about Nick Saban. I'm telling you, he don't. It's just my opinion. He don't get my respect because he always has something to work with. Take Nick Saban and put him in a lower program and start him from scratch like Prime. I don't think he'll be the same Nick Saban. That's just my opinion.
So who can?
Show me a coach that won a championship without great players, though.
I was about to say that. Y'all be overrating. You feel me? Like, it don't make no sense. You want good players. That's like people were saying about Prime when he was at Jackson. He only winning because he got the best players. Well, duh.
What, you wanted to win with the worst players?
That's what all the top schools that win championships do. They stop talent, they get all the talent, and then they beat everybody else by 70.
All right, so let me recook what I'm saying then. As far as the SEC is concerned, I don't like them because they are beneficiaries from back in the day, plucking our players from the HBCU and bringing them to the white colleges. I just don't like the SEC because it's the Bible Belt schools. I just don't like them naturally. I hate it. Period. That's just what it is.
100% fact.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say it like that. You know what I mean?
That's
why you.
fact.
That's,
Let me
that's
say
why
this.
you had an opinion you have then.
Right. Yeah, true.
That's why I said I respect that. At least you kept it 100. You hear me?
Right.
Well, I'm finna keep it 100. Nick Saban and the rest of them, and especially in the SEC, they had money to pay players to come there before it was even legal for them to pay players. They've been paying players. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that all those school paid players. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, all of those schools, Florida State.
Hey, listen. Let me say this. Every school pays players. That ain't nothing new. That's been going on for years.
But bro, it wasn't at that level.
Yes, it was.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
It was worse then because it was under the table. It was worse then.
Let me ask you a question. If you put an Eddie George at Alabama, Eddie George Sr. that was at Alabama, who would be the best coach? Who would be a better coach? Him or Nick Saban?
If you telling me Eddie George can go to Hawaii and get tour, I'll say Eddie George.
You talking about you ain't talking about Eddie George, you talking about Robinson.
I'm talking about
Eddie Robinson.
Eddie Robinson, yeah, my bad. Eddie Robinson.
Yeah, Eddie Robinson, yeah. Goddamn Eddie Robinson. Give me Eddie Robinson.
Yeah, I thought you was talking about Eddie George.
Right, so listen,
I'm talking Eddie Robinson.
You can give me a few.
I got a question, right? This is what makes a good coach? Because I think a lot of people really don't understand what makes a good coach, right? Because you have talent, right? You can do X, Y, and Z. The real coaches understand when you have no talent, how to get everybody in alignment, right? Same page, right? But for you,
Right,
for
right,
each
right, right.
for each person is different, right? So what makes a good coach or a great coach?
A
In your
listener,
opinion, what makes a great coach? Because
a
this is what's
listener,
gonna break down the whole Nick Saban thing. What makes a great coach?
a listener,
What
a person that's gonna listen, a
what
person
what
that's gonna
makes a
listen,
great
Hold
go
on,
ahead,
let him
brother.
talk.
Go
Let him
ahead.
talk. Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
a person that's gonna listen to you. Let me tell you, man. When I first, like I told you, I didn't play football. I ran. I got a scholarship to Mississippi Valley State University. While I was at Mississippi Valley State University, I didn't have like the best training facilities and stuff like that. So I decided to transfer to Ole Miss. I transferred to Ole Miss during a time where we had players coming in there like George Kurge, we had Thomas Johnson, we had a lot of great players. That helped develop me off into being a great track runner. And I was there with some players, most of the players that played at Ole Miss during that time frame, they they went to the NFL, not to say most of them, but it was like a lot that went to the NFL. At that time frame, it was a lot like Ashley Ambrose from New Orleans. You had like several players from Mississippi Valley during that time frame that went to the NFL. But at that time frame, it was dedication. It was like everything was upon dedication. When I was at Valley, shoot, man, bro, I was struggling. I was eating Roman noodles at night, when I'm going to bed. I'm telling you the truth. This is bit with me. This I came through in what year was it? 1988 is when 88 to 89 is when I ran at Valley. I set up over there and we had great players. A lot of them y'all know, like Gerald Glass that went to the NBA and all those. I ran high school with Fred Barnett. I played football with Fred Barnett and Tim Barnett. We went to high school together.
Got you.
I
So
would, you, I,
wait, I just to sum all this up because everybody got to talk, right? I
yeah,
just
yeah.
want to know, like, get to like
Get to the point. Get to the point.
Yeah. So we can understand because
okay, my point.
A lot of people think wins and losses determine what's a great coach, and that's not true at all. So I just want to see
what my thought up on a great coach. A great coach is a person that's gonna sit there and listen to you. That's gonna sit up there and try to get an understanding of you. But there are those coaches out there that just want to get what you can give to them. But there are coaches out there like I really believe in Coach Brian because I sit up there and see what he do for those students that he can't help. He still reach back. I know that. Jackson State may not know that, but I see that. And that's what I think is a great coach. Nick Saban, he gonna get what he can get out of you, and then he gonna push you on. If he can't get no more out of you to benefit him, then guess what? You gone. That's my belief.
That's cap.
Go ahead. See you buff Dynasty.
All
I'm
right.
gonna come to everybody. So just like that.
I think to me, and like I said, I coach kids all the way up to 15 years old. I think what makes a good coach for me is first and foremost a coach who has played the game. If I'm a player, I'm looking for a coach who has played the position that I played the game, and they have specific hands-on knowledge. The second thing is that what makes a great coach is a coach that knows how to tap in to the inner parts of these players, no matter what level they are, and make them feel and perform as if they are the best in the world. I think that's what makes a good coach to me. Along with all the other stuff as far as all the knowledge and the time and all this stuff like that. But playing the game, because I don't want you telling me nothing about the game if you ain't never had your fucking hands in the dirt. I don't see how you can't teach me from a book. I mean, it's some guys like Nick Saban who good at teaching you from a book. But I want somebody with some actual in-game experience, and then a great coach is a person who know how to tap into inner parts of any player and bring out the best of them and make them perform as if they're the best in the world.
All right, are you a fan of Nick Saban or are you not a fan of Nick Saban?
I hate Nick Saban.
Okay, all right.
I can tell. Right. I can tell.
All right, cool. All right, Jay. All right, Edison. Go ahead, Edison.
Well, for me, it's two things. I never played college sports, but I've watched a lot of sports, a lot of different sports. Two things that no matter the sports, two things that always stick out to me when it comes to great coaching. It's development, like developing the players, like no matter how you get them and get them better, no matter if you're getting the great players or if you're not getting average players. What do you do with them when you get them? It's development, and also the other thing for me, it's like the way I can explain it, it's not like not having a system, but like what can you do to tailor your system to the players you have? Like, you know what I mean? Coach that's flexible. There you go. A coach that's flexible to understanding to his personnel and who he has and how he can change the system to fit that. That's why I make a great coach to me.
Gotcha. Oh man.
Yeah, I agree with the last one. I'd like to add honesty, keeps their word, reliable, relatability. This is stuff all outside of necessarily the X's and O's. I'm thinking just character-wise.
Gotcha. Stretch it out.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Coaching is like dating a girl. You know, when you come in to date a girl, you just can't come in yelling and screaming and arguing and putting your foot down. A lot of those coaches in the coaching carousel, they still do this. They come in with the military militia mindset where they're trying to put down on a kid and they talking down on the kid and they tell the kid it's my way or the highway. That ain't how you do it. First of all, people have different personalities, and you have to learn how to adjust to the different personalities. So the first thing you got to do is like one of I think Edison said, you got to be flexible, right? You can't come in and demand a little sweetie that you're trying to date. Hey, I want to see you at tomorrow at Wednesday at such and such. Because she's going to be like, you ain't give me the proper time to arrange things. You know, just like when the freshmen come in, you know, freshmen ain't really savvy with being on time, studying their playbook, being where they're supposed to be. So sometimes you gotta coach these guys a little different than the graduate or the seniors. So you got to be able to have a therapist background. You just can't be the guy that want to be, I'm gonna bam this in your head, because some kids gonna shut down on you, because you got to remember the dynamics of a family. A lot of the fathers are not in the home anymore. And so you get, you know, the moms or the grandmas or the aunties or the cousins raising the kids. And you don't get that strong dominant force in a kid's life anymore, because the homes are separated or they dysfunctional. So you got to remember that. So when you're dealing with kids, you got to remember that you're dealing with the psyche, you're dealing with the way they grew up, you're dealing with their beliefs, their ethics, their morals. There's a lot of different kids ain't finna take Coach Sal yelling and cussing them out. That's just the way it is. You know, Coach Sal says it all the time. I don't give a F. You know, and you know, like Coach Prime say, he ain't cussed in so many amount of years. So the philosophy of the coaches got to be the same to get the players where you want them to be. You know, you can't have different people with different philosophies on the same coaching staff, because that's going to cause a division within the system. So everybody has to be on the same page. It's got to be like this. I remember a long time ago when Cal was recruiting me when I was in junior college out there in California, they sent me a brochure and it said, team, together, everyone achieves more. That's the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more. They might have had in your second grade class, but it got to me when I was 19, 20 years old. So I never knew what team meant by being broken down.
Gotcha.
But when you break it down, it ain't an iron team. It ain't an iron coaching. And so you got to know situational football too. You know, as a good coach, you just can't be putting yourself in a position where you focus on one player or you focus on two players.
So what you saying is right. And the reason why I'm finna push back on you, right? What if you do know situational football, but you don't got the players? Did that make you a good coach?
Well, you got to be a recruiter too to be a good coach. I left that out because if you don't recruit the type of players you want to be in your system's going to look flawed.
But what if you can't get those players? It's gonna make you a good coach or a bad coach. Because at the end of the day, right, and this the reason I'm asking this question, right? A lot of time when people compare the Nick Sabans to the Coach Primes to this, that, and the third, and you start comparing coaches, right? When you start telling who you like as a coach, it starts to tell what kind of character you like of a person, right? And not every coach play football. Some of these coaches, like a lot of the better coaches that's won a lot more championships, didn't truly play the sport or wasn't good at the sport. They just great at coaching. They understand how the mind works and how to manipulate the system for them to win. And so when you look at those type of things, this is why I ask these questions, because a lot of times the players that play the game ain't good coaches. Because when you play the game at a high level, you're a Hall of Famer. Most of the time, people try to make people to what they would do and how they would train and how they would react to things. And sometimes, especially with this new generation, it's not like that. So you got to be able to know how to adapt to what you see with these kids to get the most out of them. Building relationships, building character, being uplifting. And those are the things that people forget about. And so when you talk about good coaches versus bad coaches, sometimes when people look at good coaches, it's because they got talent, not because of the characters and what their coach brings. Because when you see some of these coaches on the other side of that window, you probably wouldn't like them. And that's being honest. And when you see how most of these coaches treat some of these kids, you wouldn't like them on the other side. But you only see it from a talent standpoint and a talent acquisition. So what happens when they don't got talent acquisition? Then what does that coach do? And that's where the name of the game. It's talent, but it doesn't really give you a real explanation. Can that person coach or not?
I won't push back on what Judge Out said about the broken family. Like I understand what you're saying, but I'm dealing with raising my son, bro. So my son was born and was living with my baby mama for his first 10 years of his life. He went to acting up. She called me, said, I need you to do something with him. I can't do nothing with him, right? So I get him, and he's a mama's boy. So in order to break him, I treat him the opposite of how he treated him, bro. So I don't agree with what you said, bro, with that.
Well, what I was saying was, when you're dealing with men, because it's a gladiator sport, right?
I'm just talking in general. I'm not even talking about men. I'm just talking about what makes a great coach, right? And that's what I'm talking about. I'm not even labeling it to it.
Well, a great coach is being able to pull the best out of a player. That's what a great coach is, and the wins and losses. You can't be no great coach if you ain't got no a better percentage in wins and losses. You gotta have over 500%.
But you could push back to that argument, right? Because if you saying it comes down to winning losses, but my kids develop and they go farther and they play in a higher league than you, how are you a better coach?
Well, the ultimate goal is to get us to college and as well as the NFL. So if I'm developing my players, it's coming with winning. I can't get my players to another level. They're gonna go D2, D3, NAIA, or 1AA. I want my players to get Division I football because I want them to experience what I experienced. So my attitude is I'm gonna teach them everything I know that I learned throughout my trials and tribulations. And I'm going to teach them what not to do that I did that was wrong. So that would make me a good coach, because right now I've been coaching for 5 years, 4 years, 5 years, and my boys that I've been coaching are all on varsity. They're playing varsity football as freshmen. So I know I'm a good coach, and I know what I done put out there on the field. Huh?
But my question is to you, right? You're saying because you're winning, that makes you a good coach. That just says you have talent. That's all that matters, right? That's what you're saying.
No, because listen, Rob, I don't coach at
just listen.
Can I tell you something? I don't coach at the popular.
I'm finna give you a question, right? Just watch what I'm finna go to. All right. So yes, because you're winning, yes, you can say you're a good coach. But what happens, because when you get talent, right, you still gotta develop that talent. Most of the time when people get talent, they don't develop the talent.
Right.
And that's the point that people don't understand. Majority of the time when people have talent, they're not developing the talent. They just took a talented kid and put them together. They didn't develop nothing. So then when you say on wins and losses, yes, they got a winning record, but they ain't developed nothing. So then when you get them to a higher position, those kids plateaued out. Versus a kid that might have to go through this and go through that adversity, they're going to have a longer run, a longevity, due to the fact of understanding hard work and discipline is going to matter more.
Yeah. Hey, see, Raw, I coach part one. I coach 12, 13, 14, 15. So most of my kids, when they leave me, they're going to high school. I think I got right now maybe 12, 13 kids playing on high school teams. 6 of them are freshmen playing on varsity. That's what I was saying about. I might have used the wrong word when I said a coach be able to reach on the inside and pull out in that kid and make him feel greater. That's part of development as well. That's the word I wanted to use. I just didn't have it at that time. But development is a key part of it too. And what I do for a part of my development is I'm in contact with the high school coaches, and I'm gonna use prime word. I'm gleaming from them what I can about their system, and I implement it in my system. So these kids already have an idea and experience going into their system.
Hey,
somebody.
Okay. Hello.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
So I've been taking kids to out of town tournaments for the last 5 years. We done went to Tennessee, Indiana, Texas. Where else we went? Orlando, and South Carolina. All right. I've created an organization where I want to get these kids experience of going out of town.
Give me 1 second. Hey, can somebody turn a TV down in the background?
That's probably me. I'm sorry. That's probably me. My bad. I turned it back up because I was checked off. My bad. That's me.
Getting them out of town, sleeping with their brothers that they playing together with, getting them up early in the morning, taking them on college campus, letting them do a tour, also allowing them to play in NFL stadiums, also trying to win a chip, as well as mentoring them, teaching them leadership, teaching them unity, teaching them brotherhood, teaching them accountability, because you know when you play in them tournaments, you got to play 2 games back to back. Also, you got to be up early in the morning. You can't be on the game in the PS5. You got to have curfew. These are the things that colleges structure when the kids get on campus. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get in the football game, and I'm going to teach the kids early how to do things. So when they go to these colleges, they already know what kind of to do. Because when you get an 18-year-old out there on his own for the first time, a lot of us makes mistakes. A lot of us don't have accountability. A lot of us don't have time management. A lot of us don't live in a structured system. A lot of the kids in high school don't even, like I can tell you right now, one kid didn't even graduate high school really, but the teachers passed him through because he was going to the same place that everybody keep talking about is the best football college university in America. And he was in my local town, and I know that the teachers was passing him. But we can't talk about that because that's stuff that's swept under the rug. But these things happen. You know, you got certain schools that, you know, allow kids to just play football and don't get their work. And then when it's time for them to get to the next level, they don't even have the grades and they haven't even passed the SAT. So they got to go to lower tier schools. Now, who that
SAT
falls
don't matter no
on?
more. I got something, Coach. I got something.
SAT, ACT don't matter no more.
I got something. For me, what makes a great coach, man? You know, I had to log off, man. That's why my TV was up, because I had to listen to what everybody was saying. And I'm gonna go back. What makes a great coach is a coach that sit out there and not only look out for those. If you're a coach, you're not there just for those players that's gonna be stars. You're gonna be there for those players that may not have the opportunity to make it to the NFL, to teach them how to survive in life. The things that, because a lot of their parents had dreams that maybe some of them didn't even have the dreams to be. That's why they're not dedicated. You want a coach that's out there that's going to be there for those to teach them the right way to go. The ones that's already there that's going to make it to the NFL, some of them already got that path set because the NFL been watching them from the beginning. But when you got a coach that's out there and looking out for everybody, that's going to teach them how to survive in life, that's going to teach them how to use their gifts in life, that's what makes a great coach. It's not a great coach just because you win, because like you said, Rob, you may have the best talent in the world, but do they make them succeed? Look at Alabama had the best talent for years. Ohio State had the best talent for years. But if we go back and look at the top players in every position in the NFL, if you go back and look at all the Hall of Famers in the NFL, where did they come from? Did they come from the Alabamas? Did they come from the Ohio States? Yeah, some of them came from there. But when you look at the top, like the Jerry Rice, Mississippi Valley State, you look at the Walter Paytons, Jackson State, you look at the Night Train Lanes, you look at all those players that's been at the top.
That's fact, bro. Fact.
And that's the only reason I came back.
I brought up Eddie Robinson the other night, and everybody laughed at me for saying he one of the best coaches of all time.
Thank you.
Eddie Robinson, the GOAT, bro. Eddie Robinson, the GOAT.
Let me go back to another analogy I was trying to throw in. So I'm wearing a hat right there. All right. I just came off the weekend of coaching in a national tournament. All right. Yeah. I coach for a different organization, right, which get little Timmys. All right. My organization is the last organization parents bring their kids to. Okay. We know that there are cliques in this genre. All right. How I know I'm a great coach, because I'm in a group chat and all the parents from last year's team asking is Coach Mike coming back. I don't know the parents. I don't want to get to know the parents. My job is out here to develop the kids, like y'all say.
That's right.
And so when we got together this 2 months ago, we've been practicing for 2 months since November. One of the head coaches said to me that he recruited his team. And I don't know if y'all know Noel Devine, but Noel Devine is one of the best running backs to come out of my area.
He was in West Virginia, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and
you like that.
Also, he was staying with Coach Prime. That was one of Coach Prime's sons back in the days. But Noel Devine has a son that is all world, and he's in the 6th grade. And I reached out and say, hey man, why you ain't coming to practice, man? Your wife in the group chat saying is Noel is on the team. Is he coming to practice? Because Noel's son is Noel Jr. Noel say, man, tell me who the head coach is. I said, the head coach is such and such. He said, tell me who the offensive coordinator is. He said, the offensive coordinator is such and such. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm the defensive coordinator. He said, man, I ain't coming out there. I said, why? He said, man, you got 2 of the worst people that I coached with this year that ruined our whole season. I said, what do they do? He said, they were daddy ball at its finest. Daddy ball at its finest. All right. So we deal with that on the lower level. We deal with a lot of parents want to participate in coaching their kids and want to see their kids get to the next level. And in the midst of that, you mess with the camaraderie of the team. So we had a great team. We beat Jacksonville 20-8. All right. And we came back and we had to play Tampa. We got to get out of Florida. So we won out of Florida. Our next game was against Georgia. And so they playing this weekend. Tampa going to be playing Georgia. But Tampa scored 40 points. Right? This is why I say a good coach is situational football. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to stop them from scoring 40 because I'm gonna be laughed at. I'm gonna be a mockery. Man, we was in a tough game all the way up into the third quarter.
Let me get somebody else a chance to talk because I'm about to end here soon. So I know Dale.
Hey, let me ask you something, Rob.
They talk.
Hey,
and
Rob.
Joe just want to put in a point. Go ahead.
Coach Shannon. You guys were talking, man, and I thought about, okay, ask that question one more time. What was that question?
What makes a good coach?
What makes a great coach?
What makes a great coach? And we have an example right here. Coach Prime is a great coach. Okay? I'm going to tell you why I said that. We've been following Coach Prime, what his works. Man, work will speak for him. And we look at his kids. We look at two of his kids, or we look at one in particular, Shakur. He's been coaching that young man from the time he was little. Now, we talk about, a lot of y'all call it daddy ball, okay, fine, whatever. But he's been coaching him from little league all the way through high school. He was one of those fathers that, well, I don't like what this guy teaching my kid, hey, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take over. And he taught his kid everything that you see about Shakur right now. He learned that from his daddy. There's some things about him that, that's just Shakur. He learned it from his daddy. From Pop Warner all the way up to where he is today. Has an opportunity to win the Heisman. That's a great coach. When you're able to take a kid and spend time with him. Now, we as coaches, we'll get a kid that somebody has worked with, and then we spend more time rather than coaching. We spend more time trying to correct whatever. Well, let me show you something else. That coach taught it wrong. And the kid grows up confused. Okay? But we spend all of our time getting kids that other people have coached. And we have to, I never down what another coach has taught another player. What I try to do, let me show you something different. Okay, that might be good. Let me show you something different. Then I can add my little bit in it. When that player leaves me, he's going to another coach. Here's a kid, and I'm gonna use that family as an example. Father taught him from day one, all the way through, and look what you got. So there says a lot to be said when we're teaching our kids. There's a lot to be said about consistency. There's a lot to be said about not insanity. There's a lot to be said, about, sticking with it and everything. So that would be the example that I will use. And that's tough for anybody to follow. I don't care how good you think you are, how good I think I am. That's hard for you to follow because you'll have a kid for a certain amount of time, then that kid going on to somebody else.
Gotcha.
That's
I just want I got a couple more people.
But that's his son though. But that's his son though. Tennis, so he's supposed to do that.
So
he's supposed to do that.
Jonas,
he's an athlete, right?
That's his son though.
Hey Jonas, I know, I got you, bro. Go ahead. What makes a great coach, Jonas? Because I know I just wanted to get to the point because we got a couple more people before I got to jump off, and then.
First of all, a great coach is critical thinking. First of all, and being able to put the team before the coach, which is what Prime is trying to do. Even though he's bigger than the team, he's bigger than the school. He's trying to put the team before his brand. All right, cool. I get that. But my thing is, what a lot of people be saying is, it's not the coach's job to send you back a man. It's not the coach's job. That don't make you a great coach because you can raise boys. Like that's not in his job description. Like, so I just look at it like, to me, a coach is critical thinking and to be able to put the team needs over the coach needs. And he learning that shit, bro. A great coach, I ain't gonna call him a great coach yet. That's yet to be determined, bro.
It wasn't about Deion Sanders. He brought up Deion Sanders as an example. What I'm asking you, what makes a great coach, right? Because
like I said, critical thinking, being able to think on the fly in heated situations, and being able to put the team before you in all situations.
And don't forget the ability to problem solve.
Because Nick Saban is big, but the brand of Alabama is bigger than Nick Saban. But the brand of Colorado is not bigger than Prime. Put the team before you. Be a great coach.
Gotcha.
They should know your team before they know you.
Old man 33, and then I'm gonna go to Deb, and then I'm gonna come back to see you Bush Dynasty before I end the show. Go ahead, old man.
Yeah, the skill set of a great coach really shouldn't be any different than a great manager, a great leader of any business or a group of people. You have to be a great organizer, have a great ability to communicate to a variety of people with different personalities and know how to get the best out of each individual in different ways. So going back to say someone like Sal, yelling at every player the same way doesn't get the best out of every player. You have to know how to deal with the different personalities. Example of a great coach as far as X and O's, but a bad coach as far as everything else would be the old coach, basketball coach, what is it, Bobby Bowden? Is that his name? He would be the person.
Bobby Bowden played coach football.
I'm sorry.
You're talking about Bob Knight.
Bob Knight, thank you. Yeah. Great coach as far as X's and O's, horrible coach as far as everything else.
Yeah, Bob Knight wasn't a good communicator. But I'm gonna holler at you though. Are you coming on later?
Yeah. I got a show tonight. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna holler at you later then, brother.
All
right, Joe.
Hi, Doc.
All right, I'm gonna go to Deb then see you Dynasty.
So I think it depends on what you're looking for, right? Because a wide receiver coach is a coach, right? But when y'all talking about a great coach, I'm thinking about a head coach. I'm thinking about somebody who's running the show, right? I played for some great coaches. I've coached with some great coaches, and I feel like number one, to bring it all together wherever you land, because like Rob talked about, you don't always got talent, but wherever you land, wherever that coach goes, they'll turn around the program. So if I got some bad kids, if they start out and they're not so talented, guess what? I'm gonna build them up as they go. Even if we losing, the game should be. We're competitive. You can see that we're competitive. I think a lot of it goes down to character, like Rob said. It's not all about football. Am I able to improve the player not only as a player but also as a person? And are they taking the time to understand the kid as a kid or as a young adult and not just as a player, right? Because when these kids come to practice, they going back home, they coming to practice from home, they got attitudes, they got this and that going on. As a coach, I got to be able to maneuver all of that so I can get you to focus on what I'm trying to do with the team and on the field. So I got to be able to sift through all that. Somebody who's continuing to help these kids and these young adults after they leave the program. I didn't just have you, because again, I can get a good kid. I got you for these 6 months. You leave, you don't hear from me no more. I don't talk to you no more. I'm not checking on you no more. A lot goes into what they're able to put into and get out of a kid. Do I remember you from 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now? That, that's Coach Rob. I remember he did XYZ. Can Rob call me Or can I call Coach Rob and talk to him about whatever's going on? And after that, you got to be able to win. So it does come down to, at the end of it, can you win? And I think, like I said at the beginning, if we have a lesser talented team now, what's that team going to be throughout the season, next year, 2 years from now? If I drop you over here, can you improve this program? Can you improve that program when I drop you over there? But I think a lot of it comes down to character, actually being there for the kids. And at the end of the day, you do have to win, right? I'm saying you can't, because I can say you're a great person, but dang, coach, if we can never win, then, it's kind of hard to say you're a great coach. But I do think a lot of it comes down to the person and what you're able to get out of kids' parents. Am I the worst kid on the team? But the worst kid on the team, he don't care if he playing, right? Because he bought into the program, he bought into the culture, he bought into what I'm trying to do. So he gonna run through the brick wall. He don't care if he get in the game or not, because I was able to get him buy-in. He's here for the team, right? So that's what I would say. I think it's more about that than X's and O's, because again, anybody can. But if you can do both, right? Because I played with somebody, I coached somebody who can do both, right? He can draw it up. He can get the best out of kids. He's gonna take the time to work with the kids. He's gonna continue to talk to the kids after, you know what I'm saying, they long gone, and we still winning, right? So, that's my 2 cents on it.
Gotcha. All right, see you, Buff Dynasty, man. Go ahead and give your final thoughts, man, before I get up out of this thing.
Nah, I just second the motion of what my man just said.
Okay.
A good coach is a person who can win all the schematics of the game, and then a great coach, the coach that can include and encompass the full spectrum of coaching the game and the child. And I hate the SEC. Don't forget that. I hate it because I know where they come from. I know what they stand for. All right, man. We'll check y'all later.
Appreciate it. All right, y'all, man. This is RobDaManMedia, man. Check me out tonight. We got a show tonight with John the Liquidator, man. So if y'all want to tune in tonight, man, we got another show for you, man. Word on the Street. And we're going to be talking about what's word on the street, man. Some different questions, concerns, anything that's going on with CU program. If you want to know more about CU program or got any questions, just hit us up tonight, man. We will have a call-in portion to the show, so you'll be able to call in, ask your questions. Thank you all for tuning in, man. It's always, man, peace, joy, and love, man. Make sure, man, when y'all leave, man, smash that notification bell, smash that like button, and also smash and subscribe to the channel, man, because y'all don't want to miss when I'm live, man, because you never know who's going to pull up on the show. You don't know what guests I might have up here, because this is an open panel discussion, like a barbershop style. But, hey, man, you never know who's going to pull up. You never know what you might see. So, see you guys in the next one, man. It's been real, man. Peace.
Now, let me tell y'all something about dreams. Listen up. Because this is something I found out a long time ago that goes against everything you see in a movie, on TV, or what your great-grandma may have told you when you were a kid. See, dreams don't happen overnight. That ain't how it works. See, they come to you in the daylight. You gots to be awake. Because, baby, you got to run dreams down. See, that chase is where we learn the most about ourselves. To take that extra step, that extra mile, that extra rep. Now look here. You don't never know how long it's gonna take, or exactly what it'll look like when you get there. The only thing you know is you can never stop. So, question time. What's your dreams? Are you willing to do what it takes to make that dream a reality? No. See, not while you're sleeping, but every darn day you wake up. Because if it does,